is not immediately likely. If one is spotted, act quickly and move to a place of safety inside a sturdy structure such as a basement or small interior room. A tornado watch remains in effect until 11 p.m. for south central Pennsylvania. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 10 p.m. for the following counties: Cumberland and Dauphin. Weather Service in State College, Pennsylvania has issued a tornado warning for central Juniata County in central Pennsylvania, central Perry County in south central Pennsylvania, until 9:15 p.m. At 8:21 p.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Mexico, moving southeast at 30 miles per hour. Hazard, tornado and hail up to 2 inches in diameter. Source, radar indicated rotation. Impact, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. This dangerous storm will be near New Bloomfield and Newport around 8:40 p.m. Shermansdale and Duncannon around 9 p.m. Other locations impacted by this tornadic thunderstorm include Thompsontown, Port Royal, Landisburg, and Mifflintown. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Repeating, a tornado warning has been issued until 9:15 p.m. for the following counties: Juniata and Perry.
Alrighty, guys, what is going on, my friends? Hope y'all are having a wonderful day here for today. Hope you guys are hanging out. Hope you guys are doing all right here. Hope you guys are, just kind of chilling and having a wonderful day here for today. So, we got ourselves a severe threat level 3 out of 5. I've been pretty busy today, so I haven't been able to get to this earlier. But we are now here. We are now able to cover the rest of this, or at least to cover a little bit of this severe weather event that is ongoing. Like I said, guys, I hope y'all are doing great. Glad to have you guys here for today once again. Like I said, yesterday we were doing our coverage, and we're back at it again, my friends. And we are planning on going live tomorrow as well, as you guys are going to see here just in a little bit. But anyways, guys, like I said, thank you all so much for being here today. You guys absolutely rock. So we did actually change up the live stream a little bit more. As you can actually see, we got rid of that blue. Honestly, something I could probably do is actually make this text a little bit longer. There we go, like that. Okay, so basically, what I was doing there, like I said, I edited things a little bit. I kind of altered a few things around, make it look maybe a little bit more better. But I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks, pretty well. I actually did also add a few other, a few other tabs as well, like getting rid of those side panels. All right, you can see there. I actually have 2 different panels, so if you want to look at both the sides and and whatnot, we got them all here. But like I said, guys, hope y'all are doing great here for today. Hope you guys are hanging in there. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day here. Let's go ahead and see who is here. Let's see. Donovan says, hi, Andrew. What's up, Donovan? Hope you're doing good. Mia says, Andrew, we're under... there were tornado warnings in Virginia. Yep, there was. I remember seeing those here just a minute ago. Speaking of which, we actually do have an active tornado warning in Pennsylvania here. Kind of right around the south-central side. We do actually have that in effect here. Like I said, for Bloomfield, portions of Newport, portions of Ickersburg. I think there's that Icksburg, portions of Port Royal, as well as Thompsontown. So a lot of these locations is currently under a tornado warning here, like I said, across the south-central side of Pennsylvania. So we are going to watch this here pretty closely. As you can obviously see, honestly, there's really not any tight rotation that was going on here currently. Maybe a little bit ago, you can see some of these little, highlighted areas here. It doesn't really look like anything too crazy is going on here, but you should still be inside of your shelters regardless, because, like I said, we are actively seeing this tornado warning that is still in effect here, guys. And this tornado warning will remain in effect here until 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time. So let's go ahead and get my chat up here on my tablet, because just a few minutes ago, as soon as I was going live here, the thing decided it wanted to die on us, so it kind of sucks. But you know what? It's okay. I had to pull up here on my phone so I can actually see you guys and see what y'all are talking about. But anyways, guys, like I said, I hope y'all are doing great. Let's see. Jakey says hi. Karen says hi. What's up, you guys? Tracy. Jazzy says hi. Let's see here. Crystal, what's up? Roy, Haley, random person. What's up, you guys? Hope y'all are doing all right. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day here for today. So let's go ahead and move on back here. I want to go ahead and get all this set up here so I can actually, chat with you guys and talk about things and in regard to the weather world and stuff like that. Because like I said, currently we are seeing ourselves a decent amount of severe weather actually kicking off here across portions of the region for today. They actually downgraded that risk, it looks like, actually now to a severe threat level 2 out of 5. So we can actually edit this here really quickly. If we move on back to this really quick, change it to a 2 out of 5 and change this to yellow font, or basically yellow text here. That way we can get ourselves that. And we should also change this down here as well from 3 to 2. So that's definitely some good news. So there has been a little bit of a downtrend or a downgrade in regard to the severe weather for today, which actually is great news. That is 100% for sure. But like I said, that's not excluding that weather is done. It's not saying that weather is done for today, which it's actually not. There is still the threat for severe weather here for today across a lot of the areas here in the Mid-Atlantic region, as well as portions, across portions of the Southeast as well. So that is actively what we are watching, my friends. That is what we are going to look at. So y'all just please be safe out there, and if you have any questions, let me know. We're going to be here for you guys. Here we go. Tornadoes war in Canada. I have not heard about that. It's pretty crazy. Crystal and Roy says hello and hi everyone. What's up, you guys? Hope y'all are doing all right. Haley wants to know, are we in a tornado risk for the 64060 area? Okay, can we look at that here really quickly? We're not going to spend too much time. I feel like, honestly, that it takes a lot of time to do, basically to, look up specific locations. So from now on, we're probably just going to be doing, quadrants of states. If you're across the south central side of whatever specific state, you got to watch out for, because, overall, the overall outlook is a better way to look at things rather than specifically. But that's kind of what we are talking about. So that's what we're looking, guys. That is what we are seeing here. So you want me to look here really quickly at 64060 right here across Missouri, right towards Kansas City. So there is actually a threat there. Possibility of a few severe storms being possible. Tornadoes, 2% chance. Damaging winds, 15% chance. And hail clocking in at 15% chance as well. But that's what we're looking at. Anyway, so that is what we are talking about, guys. Let's go ahead and see. But yeah, so that's what we're talking about. Donovan wants to know, or Donovan said that Tropical Depression 3E has formed. Really? It actually formed? I knew it was a 90-90 shot, but I didn't know it actually has formed yet. And it kind of looks like it has. Let's see. Okay, this thing is supposed to become a tropical storm, actually. Let's go ahead and switch on over to this here really quickly. Here's the overall forecast cone according to the National Hurricane Center. There's that one we were watching on the far eastern Pacific here. Just a little bit of reference. Here's Mexico right here, as you can see. Like I said, here's Costa Rica. You can see right there. Basically, up here is the Yucatan Peninsula. You can obviously see this guy is going to kind of take a north and then quickly do a literally a 90-degree angle, and literally pull a sharp left. But that is pretty crazy. So, but that is what we're watching. So we got to watch out for this. This thing might actually impact portions of El Salvador. We got to watch out for this. Those regions around there. So we should watch out for this. We'll continue to see what this is going to do. As of right now, it's not expected to become a hurricane as of right now, but it is supposed to become a tropical storm here down in time. Actually, kind of around maybe even tonight, maybe later on tonight, maybe tonight's update. This thing could be a tropical storm. We'll see how that goes here. Obviously, we have ourselves our Hurricane 2. This is Hurricane Blas. I think I pronounce it Blas. I don't know how you pronounce that, to be honest with you. But 85-mile-per-hour sustained winds are actually, that's pretty significant. That's actually a decent amount of wind gusts that we're talking about here. There is some good news. Like I said, this is not really having any impacts on land. Like I said, maybe a little bit of rip current action here across portions of, the coastline here of Mexico at most. It's kind of what we're talking about. Nothing too extreme in regard to things. But, so yeah, this thing is mostly moving due west with a little bit of a northerly turn to it. This thing is going to become is going to continue to be a hurricane for the next little bit, pretty much until the early morning hours here, basically on Saturday. So we are expecting this thing to become downgraded from a hurricane, a Category 1 hurricane, back down to a tropical storm, kind of around here by 1 o'clock on Saturday. So it's going to be kind of, right now we're just kind of hovering. We don't really expect there to be any more, anything, pretty much any more intensification to occur out of this storm, which might be a good thing. But like I said, it's moving around for most of the areas here of land. I will notice that there is a few islands. I don't know the name of these islands here. They're basically just west here of the central portion of Mexico. As you can kind of see, these little islands, these little dots, those are definitely at risk if you are inside of those. So I doubt there's many people that even live there. But you know what? It's still it's still something to watch out for because, like, obviously tropical storm conditions can be expected out of that. So, but that is kind of what we are watching here, my friends. We have a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings kicking off here across portions of West Virginia into bits of southeastern Ohio currently. We have ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here for portions of Caldwell right here across the southeastern side of Ohio. This does include portions here of Dexter City as well and Harrodsville. This is in effect here for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. The guy just to the south of that for Lower Salem, as well as Whipple. This is also for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail. Nothing too crazy there. Just watch out for a few damaging wind gusts, up to 60 miles per hour, as well as maybe, honestly, maybe just, possibility of a few gusty winds and stuff like that, and maybe some small hail could be possible. I mean, this guy's just for the wind gusts and small hail, which is not even severe. This one right here, let's see, this guy is for 60 mile per hour. Yeah, it looks like a lot of these are just for that 60 mile per hour wind gust ordeal here, as well as quarter size hail. Here we go. So this one's also for the same. So so that's what we're watching. That's what we're going to keep our eyes on here for today. We also do have ourselves a tornado warning that's in effect here across the southeastern portion here of Pennsylvania. So this is a tornado warning that's in effect here for portions of Icksburg, portions here of Port Royal, Thompsontown, portions of Newport, Bloomfield as well, Landisburg, as well as, Louisville. So we got to watch out for this. This is an active tornado warning that is in effect here. Like I said, this guy's will be in effect basically here until 9:15. And look at this. Also, hail to size of 2 inches in diameter as well. So that's kind of a bit crazy here. So obviously, bigger hail is a possibility out of this as well. They just now actually canceled that tornado warning. So that's the areas we just now discussed is no longer inside of that. However, here's the thing. This thing actually is. Honestly, this thing actually is, still a severe storm, and this thing does still have hail being a possible concern. So we still got to watch out for this guy as well. Definitely a possibility. And other than that, we have ourselves a few other cells right here towards, I believe this is Georgia. So let's actually go ahead and switch on down here to, let's see, this actually might be Alabama, actually. Yeah, it is. Right next to Georgia, though. But you know what? We actually have ourselves a, here's the thing, we actually have ourselves a 45-mile-per-hour wind gust being reported here, which is kind of interesting. Definitely is kind of interesting here. So, obviously, some gusty winds is possible out of the storm, as we already are seeing that here. For 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, penny-size hail for portions of the panhandle of Florida. I'm not going to go over all these areas here, but just know that you're in effect here right across the north-central side, across the region there. Also, just on the south end side, but yeah, so that's what we are talking about across the southeastern side here of Alabama, portions of Chancellor, as well as Coffee Springs. But that's what we are talking about. So this is also another warning that's in effect here for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-size hail. So that's kind of what we are watching. So guys, just please be on the lookout here for today. What is going on down here? Hold on a minute. 77-mile-per-hour wind gust has been reported from a ship. This was at 0100 UTC. This was literally 14 minutes ago. There has to be something wrong with that. There's no way there's no way that the winds were moving at 77 miles per hour. That's obviously probably a glitched anemometer that we are seeing. It's pretty crazy though. It does look like we have some damage here in portions of South Carolina. Let's take a look here down towards the Carolina Sea areas and see what's going on down here. I'll tell you what, let's actually turn on the NOAA. So we have a bigger, broader scan here of the radar. You know what? Like I said, we have had a little bit of damage being reported here towards Bowman. Let's see here. South Carolina Highway Patrol reported a tree on Homestead Road before Bowman town limit time estimated by radar. So definitely trees probably being down here. Here's another report. Let's see, right here. Let's see. There you go. Tree down, same thing. Tree downs for both of these. So yeah, obviously trees are definitely coming down today. And I will actually say that they have been a lot across portions of Pennsylvania for today as well. Honestly, they've actually been pretty crazy. There is still some storms that is ongoing here. Like I said, just because, honestly, just because that enhanced risk is over does not mean that the storms are. Because, the storms are actually going to continue into portions of tonight. Well after sunset currently. Right now the time is 9 o'clock. We're probably going to be here for a while in order to give you guys coverage for today. Because, like I said, it's not over get canceled and stuff like that. So, but we are going to keep an eye on this. It does look like we have a flood warning or flash flood warning in effect for Orange, Virginia, including portions of Unionville. Look at this. Between 2 and 4.5 inches of rain has already fallen here. That's actually pretty crazy. So obviously, yeah, flash flooding could be a major concern out of this. Let's see. That's a new warning that just now got issued. Okay, so here we go. So you had all those crazy, kind of just scattered warnings all over the place. There goes my camera. But obviously, we had all these scattered warnings that were all over the place. Now we just have the one that's taking its place here for, let's see, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Okay, let me go ahead and fix my camera here. Off to a great start for today with the camera issues. It loves to do this. Whenever I get paid, I'm going to end up getting me a new camera. That is the ultimate thing. We are going to get ourselves a new camera because, yeah, this thing is definitely just is not cutting it. That's for sure here. Let's see here. Got some comments to get through here. Andrew, see a spot in southern Alabama. Anything coming to south central Georgia. Now, I will mention that across portions here of Georgia, I will say on the south central side, there's really nothing expected in regard to severe weather. The only thing we are actively seeing here is across portions of Alabama. You can see that you're actually just in that, you're barely even in that thunderstorm risk at all. I mean, just across this portion is in the thunderstorm risk, and the central and southern portion is not. So basically, we are just seeing these storms across portions of, Alabama and Florida. But these storms are not going to be impacting portions of Georgia. You don't got to worry about that in regard to severity. But that's what we're talking about. Let's see here. But yeah, so that's what we are watching, guys. Let's see here. Fork says, I'm glad you got a through the storm. Okay, yeah, that was pretty crazy. Let's see here. But that is what we are watching, my friends. That is what we were talking about. Cloudy says, hi, Andrew, tuning in from Florida. Glad to have you here, Cloudy. Hope you're doing all right. Let's go see. Just had some nasty weather here. Yeah, honestly, it has been pretty has been pretty crazy here over the last little bit. Like I said, we just had that that moderate threat here yesterday, and actually another moderate threat 2 days before that. Pretty crazy. Honestly, we've been definitely in an active pattern. That's for sure. We've been seeing a lot of severe weather that's been kicking off here over the last several days. And like I said, Mother Nature is actually quite mad at us right now, and it's really not showing any signs of stopping anytime soon, which is very unfortunate. I will mention for tomorrow we have ourselves another threat across portions of the southeast and mid-Atlantic. I'll actually go ahead and show you guys here really quickly what I'm talking about. So here's our risk here for tomorrow. You can obviously see across the dark greens and yellows. You got yourself a threat for severe weather, with the biggest being expected across portions of Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, as well as portions of eastern Tennessee. Obviously, some more severe weather can extend out further into the light or the dark green areas. Light green just showing a few storms could happen, but they're not supposed to be severe by any means. So watch out for that. Tornadoes not a concern though. Damaging winds is kind of the main threat here for this, as well as some hail kind of being that backup secondary threat. So that's just kind of what we are watching. That is kind of what we are seeing here for tomorrow. Possibility of more severe weather. We'll probably be live here for tomorrow. I definitely plan on it. Once again, guys, like I said, I'm sorry I was not live earlier today. I was pretty busy today. Had a lot of stuff to do, and obviously, went out earlier and did some things. So, but we're back here now. I'm glad to be here for you guys in order to cover this, and definitely that is some good news that we can get this coverage out here for y'all. I do have some good news though. Like I said, right now we do not have any active tornado warnings. We did have one that was in effect here a little bit ago across portions of Pennsylvania. If we go back right there, you can see in the red polygon, no longer in effect though. That's definitely some great news. However, here's the thing. We have ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning that is still in effect across portions here of Pennsylvania. This does include portions of Mechanicsburg, portions of, Lowling Springs, I think it's how you pronounce that, Harrisburg, Paxton, portions of Highspire, portions of Royalton. This is a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here. Now look at this. Actually, hail is a pretty decent concern here. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and $half size hail. If you guys know the size of a $half, that's some pretty decent size hail that could be following out of these storms here. So watch out for that. We are kind of seeing, maybe some of that hail actually still following across portions of Newport as well as portions of Bloomfield. But that is actively what we are talking about, guys. So we're going to watch it. We're going to keep an eye on it. Let's see here. Check Alexandria, Louisiana. Looks like the hook possible. No rotation, no. If you see a hook and there's no rotation on it, it's just likely a thunderstorm formation that's not associated with anything tornadic. I will mention that Louisiana is not even under a severe threat for today, so honestly, there's really no use in panning over there right now, to be honest with you. The environment's just not favorable for it. There's really... there's really nothing too crazy going on there towards Louisiana for today. Now for tomorrow, actually, hold on, let's switch one back here. Actually, was looking at the wrong outlook. So yeah, actually there is a portion of Louisiana, but still tornadoes is not favorable. As actually I was looking on the models earlier, so I really don't expect that to be a concern here for today. If there's no rotation going on, then it's nothing to worry about. Even though if it looks like a hook, it's just how some thunderstorms decide they want to look here. I mean, obviously they can't choose their shape, and if they want to look like a hook, they can. But obviously, yeah, not all the time. If you see a hook, does that mean that there is a immediate tornado danger? I mean, yeah, it's a good signature that some of these storms that could, produce a tornado, but not all the time are they. So, we're also watching another storm here, another set of storms, I should say, across portions of southern Virginia. Like I said just a little bit ago, we actually had a few tornado warnings across the central portion here of Virginia. We do have a damage report coming through here. Look at this. Numerous trees down here from 911 call center here in Powhatan, Virginia. Powhatan County, Virginia. In portions, this is the town of Sublets. This was reported at 0015 UTC. So this is obviously a little bit over an hour ago. So that's kind of what we are talking about. So yeah, there has been some damage that has been reported across portions of Virginia. We've had a lot of damage reports come in today, actually. I'll go ahead and show you guys what I'm talking about here. We've had a total of 216 damage reports. I'll just go ahead and show you guys what we're talking about here. So here's our overall reports here. Let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit. You can see right here, wind damage here actually clocking in at 221 reports. That means 221 people have been reporting damaging wind gusts. 51 hail and 0 tornadoes, thankfully, even though we did have a tornado threat for today, and it still is existent. Today's not over yet, my friends. We still have a little bit to go through today. But you know what? As of right now, luckily there has been no tornado reports. And let's just hope that it stays like that, okay? Let's just hope that it actually stays like that, my friends. But that is what we are talking about. Let's see here. So that's what we are watching, my friends. That is what we are going to continue watching. Let's go see. Jakey says, how did we make Mother Nature mad? Honestly, Mother Nature has always hated us ever since the day we got on. Ever since the day that humans existed, Mother Nature has never been too nice to us. And like I said, that's not gonna change anytime soon either. Because actually, believe it or not, Mother Nature is only getting more mad at us. The more we actually, more we start emitting a lot more CO2, that's for sure. Basically, a lot more greenhouse gases, a lot more of that, a lot more convection, a lot more of everything. Everything just amplifies. And honestly, we're not being too nice to Earth, so Earth is not being too nice to us, to be honest with you guys. That's just kind of how that is working there. So, like I said, guys, we're watching a current set of storms across portions of southern Virginia. Now, these things could go severe. Like I said, we are still in that severe threat across these locations here. Like I said, we are currently watching this guy. I mean, this guy looks pretty strong. I mean, some of these storms, just because they're not severe, honestly, yeah, seriously, seriously, this does actually look like it's a pretty strong storm regardless. Maybe some gusty winds could be a possibility out of this. Obviously, maybe even some rainfall or heavy rainfall could, cause some flooding. Like I said, we actually do have a flood warning, flash flood warning in effect across portions of Virginia here in orange. So it just goes to show you that not only is that going to be a concern, in regard to, wind damage and tornadoes and large hail, but also flooding could be a possibility as well for today. Like I said, a lot of people need rain. They really do. And if you get too much of it in a short amount of time, yeah, that can cause you some flooding. And that's obviously a pretty decent concern here for today, which is actually a little bit nuts, which is, kind of crazy. You know what? Like I said, guys, we just got to watch out for everything, for today. And I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and switch on over here to my main window here. This is on the satellite view. This is currently what is kicking off across the country. At the moment, we obviously have a lot of convection, a lot of storm activity across portions of the Mid-Atlantic, currently going on here. I consider this region the Mid-Atlantic. This is what I consider the Mid-Atlantic, right there, including portions of, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia even, as well as Maryland and Delaware. Those I consider the Mid-Atlantic. Obviously, a bit of storm action going on there. Still some going on across the Northeast and the Ohio Valley currently. We are still seeing a bit of storm action that's going on there. It does look like we have a few little puffs of thunderstorm activity going on here towards Missouri. We actually might have to take a look at that real quickly, because apparently there is a threat for Missouri as well here for tonight, and even portions here of western Kansas. A little bit of thunderstorm activity, a little bit of thunderstorm activity going on there as well. So we'll watch it. We'll definitely keep an eye on it. This is an absolutely beautiful view. I mean, look at this. Absolutely crazy to look at. This is the live camera view. Absolutely beautiful. Earth is just amazing. It's just so awesome. So yeah, that is kind of what we are talking about here. So let's go ahead. I tell you what, my friends, let's actually move over here. And let's take a look here at what's going on towards portions of Missouri. Now, for that, I'm going to have to go ahead and see, is there any tornado or any severe thunderstorm warnings for Missouri? Don't think so. So I tell you what, we have to go ahead and pan over here towards Missouri really quickly and see what's going on. As you can see, we have ourselves another slight risk here, another 2 out of 5 threat. There you go. There's those storms I was telling you all about. They're not severe, as of right now at least, but we got to watch them, because they definitely could. Radar is estimating over an inch of hail, right close to the radar here from St. Louis. So we got to watch out for these storms. Definitely a possibility. Honestly, that is kind of what we are talking about. So y'all just please be safe out there. Please, just keep an eye out for the weather for today all across portions of the Midwest into obviously the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast here. It's definitely something we got to keep our eyes out for. That is for sure. Let's see here, but that is what we're watching. Let's see. It's going to see when is Seminole going to get rain, says Zach. We can't look at the models here right now, but just keep an eye out for the next few days. You should probably check your local forecast on that specifically, because that's not really what we do around here. Obviously, obviously, we have in the past here, but honestly, like I said, it really just it takes up a lot of time and it takes up a lot of a lot of potential. We could warn other things by then. Let's actually go ahead and fix this really quickly. My camera, it absolutely loves to cut out on us, y'all. But anyway, so yeah, that is kind of what we are talking about. Let's go ahead and fix this, y'all. But yeah, so like I said, obviously, we're just here to cover what is currently happening in the storms right now. Obviously, that's kind of what we're talking about. So if anything does, if anything does pop up, anything does happen, we'll definitely be here to let you know across your local region. That is for sure. So that's kind of what we are talking about. Let's see here. Weather has always been bad. Stop with the global warming stuff. Well, yeah, here's the thing. We also got to know that we are coming out of an ice age, too. That's a big thing that a lot of people actually forget to understand. And if they don't understand, is that we actually are moving out of an ice age. And what happens when that happens? Yeah, obviously, things are going to heat up, too. That is for sure. And I can confirm to you that, yes, CO2 is a greenhouse gas. And, yes, it does generate heat. Definitely, for sure. So, obviously, yeah, it's a mixture between both. Not necessarily, one-sided than the other. That's kind of where politics gets into, which we're not all about. We're definitely not about that in this channel. Obviously, what this channel is about is make sure that you guys get updates on the weather that's currently happening right now. I could talk forever about this whole entire topic, but you know what? There's going to be people who, believe it or they don't. Obviously, it's your own opinion. You can believe what you want. But obviously, like I said, right now, what we're doing here is just telling you what is currently happening here across the country in regard to the severe weather. Why is my camera? My camera is loving to cut out here tonight. Yep, that's the thing, y'all. Like I said, I'm going to get me a new camera whenever this thing decides it wants to... Whenever it decides, or whenever I get my paycheck here, then I will definitely invest in a new camera. Because I definitely need one. This guy's been... cutting off here quite a bit over the last little bit. But anyways, okay, here we go. New severe thunderstorm warning in effect for portions here of southwestern Virginia, just south of the Blacksburg region here. This is right over the radar view KFCX. This is for portions of Reiner, portions of basically just south of Christiansburg. Honestly, even though you're inside the warning zone, the storm is mostly out of your region. Now, areas such as Simpsons, not the show, but Simpsons around the region here in southwestern Virginia should definitely watch out for this. Definitely a possibility that we could still see. Obviously, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts is the main concern out of the storm here. Like I said, just a few damaging wind gusts, maybe up to 60 miles per hour. I will mention this is not constant wind speeds. This is basically just, obviously this is basically just what the winds could peak at, what they could get up to in regard to things. But that is kind of what we are talking about. So, we'll definitely keep an eye on it, guys. Like I said, obviously damaging winds, all types of thunderstorm activity could happen today. Like I said, I'm not saying it's some major outbreak or anything like that. It's definitely quite crazy. Earlier we have had some pretty crazy. This is pretty extreme, not going to lie with y'all. Because like I said, we had 221 damaging wind reports come in from either trees being reported down, buildings being destroyed. We've had a lot of type of stuff today. Also a lot of hail reports, over 50 now, which, yeah, today's been pretty nasty to us. And like I said, we did have that enhanced risk. We actually did just get that down, that did just get downgraded here. But that is kind of what we were talking about. That's definitely some great news, but like I said, it's not, just because it's been downgraded a little bit, does not mean it's over yet. And actually, a matter of fact, the storms are going to continue down into portions here later on for tonight. So we got to continue watching that. Yeah, these guys are definitely looking pretty crazy here. Look at this. Definitely is popping up. Obviously, like I said, there's pinks and purples, likely showing some ice that's up there in the sky that the radar is scanning. We have ourselves a new severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here across portions of Rosedale, as well as portions of Gasaway, portions of Sutton, as well as Flatwoods. This is right here in the direct central side here of West Virginia. This guy is actually warned here for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So basically, basically. So yeah, basically we could expect some damaging wind gusts, maybe up to 60 miles per hour being possible, as well as quarter-size hail could be a concern. So that is kind of what we are talking about here. Let's see here. But that is what we are watching. Let's see here. Can I tell me what's going on here in Arkansas? I tell you what, though. Like I said, across portions of Arkansas, there really is nothing happening for today. I will mention that tomorrow as well. I can tell you that just right off, just from looking. There's nothing happening in Arkansas right now. I actually have the outlook on my other screen, but yeah. But that is what we're looking at. Let's see here. St. Louis, Missouri, could we get storms? Yeah, definitely a possibility. You know what? I tell you what. Let's go ahead and switch on over here really quickly. Like I said, right here across St. Louis, there is a slight risk, a 2 out of 5 threat for severe weather for today. Tornadoes is a small concern, not the biggest threat in the world. It's nothing to freak out over. It's literally a 2% chance, which is a very, very low chance of this thing actually happening. However, here's the thing. Damaging winds is a big possibility as well. Same thing for hail. But that is what we are talking about. So obviously, you know, tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds is a concern here for today. So watch out for it, and we'll see what this happens. You know, we'll definitely keep our eyes open for it for today. Definitely is something kind of interesting to watch out for just for a little bit, because these storms, you know, definitely could produce all types of severe weather. And like I said, if anything crazy happens, you bet we're going to be on it, guys. We bet we will. So new warning has just recently gotten issued. Looks like right here across. Pretty much across southeastern portion of Ohio now, and moving into portions of West Virginia here. For St. Mary's, portions of Ben's Run, portions of Wick here, Pennsboro, Harrisville, included Glendale. So this is actively what we are watching here right now. This is for 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So this is you know, the newest warning we just now got issued here. Let's see here. So what does NWW116 stand for? It stands for Nationwide Weather. 116 is just a lucky number I chose a long time ago. It's always been my lucky number for some odd reason. But you know what? So we got going on there. Obviously, got ourselves our merchandise and stuff like that with it on there too. So yep, it stands for Nationwide Weather because we cover all the weather across the nation here in the United States. But yeah, so that's what we're talking about. Let's see here. National worldwide weather. No, we don't cover worldwide weather, Abby. I like give you an A for effort though. I definitely do give you an A for effort on that one. It's pretty funny. But no, so it's you know, nationwide weather there. Let's see here. So Penn, we're not going to be doing zip codes anymore, man. Like I said, it just takes up a lot of time. It really does, and that could be more time that we are explaining these severe thunderstorms and stuff like that. So, yeah, as much as I would like to, you know, cover places, eventually I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hire some people to actually look out on the channel. Some of our moderators or something could actually look up specific locations. Not saying all of them will, but some of them I probably could, you know, show some moderators how to do so. And if they have any questions, if any mods get on here and they want to help out, then they can obviously do so. But just for me, specifically on the live stream, you know, it just takes a lot of time to specifically, like I said, I really would love to, y'all, but it really does take up a lot of time whenever we could be, you know, warning this. But yeah, so that is what we are talking about. So once again, y'all, we are watching a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect across the southeastern side here of Pennsylvania, across portions of Harrisburg. This does include portions of Middletown as well, Camp Hill. As you can see here, Boiling Springs included, as well as New Kingston. So we got to watch out for this. Also, Mechanicsburg included with this. This is for 60 mile per hour wind gusts and actually $half size hail. So yeah, damaging wind gusts maybe up to 60 miles per hour, gusting up to 60 could be possible. $half size hail. You know, if you know the size of a $half, then there you go. Definitely a possibility we could actually see there. So hail and winds is a concern out of this guy. They do not have a tornado tag, which is definitely some good news here for sure. We also got to watch these guys too, because these guys could quickly go severe at any time though. That's something we got to watch out for. Is all of these cells here could do something down the line here. So let's go and take a look here back on our Blacksburg cell, directly south of Blacksburg, Virginia, here on the southwestern side. We have ourselves a warning in effect here, a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for portions of Christiansburg, portions of Reiner, Simpsons included, Floyd, as well as Ferrum. This is relatively a new warning. Will be in effect until 10:15 Eastern Time. 60 mile per hour wind gust is the only concern out of this. So the winds could get up to 60. It's about all we're expecting out of this, and obviously you can tell right now across portions of West Virginia, yeah, things are actually starting to kind of kick off here across portions of the central portion of West Virginia here. You can actually actively see here currently. So we are seeing this here right now, like I said, for portions of Hacker Valley. Hacker Valley in West Virginia is not really a fitting name. Anyways, Cleveland, portions of Alexander, portions of Ireland, not the country Ireland, but obviously you know, the town of Ireland, portions of Sand Fork, portions of Ullum Bridge. Yeah, this is a you know, new severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect here. Actually, we got some wind damage apparently here. Multiple trees and power lines down from Weston to Glenville. Time estimated by radar at 0054Z. So this was obviously a little bit less than an hour ago. Obviously, we have some damage going on with these storms here. So yeah, so that is where we are watching. You can obviously tell that right now. This is actually for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts as well as quarter-size hail. So basically, those damaging wind gusts, they could gust up to 60, and those we could have some hail the size of maybe quarter size being possible. Definitely something we got to watch out for. So that is what we are seeing, y'all. So we got to watch out for all these storms here for right now. Now, I tell you what, like I said, y'all, we are actively seeing ourselves, the tropics actually heating up here too. Believe it or not, like I said, right now we are seeing the Hurricane Blast, I think is how you pronounce that here, in the Eastern Pacific. We also have ourselves a new tropical depression that formed here not too long ago. Really not long ago at all. So let's go ahead and switch on over here. Here's the overall outlook in regard to the tropics. We obviously have Hurricane Blaz, or Blaz, however you want to pronounce that here. Clocking in at 85-mile-an-hour sustained winds. That's pretty crazy here. This guy right down here, just to the east of it, this guy is expected to develop here, possibly hitting portions of El Salvador. Possibility could have some impacts there along the coastline, because this thing is expected to kind of stall. Out as it does take a sharp 90-degree turn here from the north to directly west. As you can see, it's literally a 90-degree turn this thing's expected to take here. But anyways, so yeah, definitely, this will likely slow down as it does change its direction, as it changes its course here. And like I said, areas such as El Salvador, you honestly probably could see some rainfall. A lot of decent rainfall could happen out of this around those coastal regions there, which honestly is actually pretty nuts. So we should watch out for it. We should continue watching this here. Here's our winds, our wind field tropical storm force. Yeah, obviously over there is pretty crazy, and we obviously have our tropical storm force winds expectancy here, and there's the percentages down there. Kind of what we might expect out of that, but that's just kind of what we are talking about here currently. So that is what we are watching. So, like I said, y'all, I hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you guys are having a great day here for today. Hope you guys have been staying safe. Like I said, crazy weather. I mean, it's been going on for a while now. Definitely is looking pretty crazy here. Haley wants to know, what's the weather risk like for northeastern Clay County and west central Missouri? So I tell you what, actually what's going on here in Missouri, west central side, definitely got to watch out for severe weather being possible here. I'll just go ahead and show you guys what we're talking about. I also see that St. Louis comment too. So here's Missouri. Basically across portions of St. Louis, yeah, we got ourselves a slight risk. A 2 out of 5 risk here for today, which is pretty concerning. Like I said, not really for tornadoes. I mean, tornadoes is possible. 2% chance, not the biggest concern, though. But the reason it's a slight risk is because of that damaging wind and that hail threat. They're both clocking in here at 15% chances. So you could see some gusty winds, some damaging winds being possible, as well as some, obviously some hail being a concern here as well. An isolated spin up of a tornado or two could happen across the areas here, but it's not really a big deal. It's nothing to panic over, that's for sure. It's nothing to really worry about. Just keep your eyes open for it. And like I said, if there's a tornado warning getting issued, we'll let you know where it's at and when you need to take when you need to take shelter and stuff like that. So we got you covered in regard to that. Like I said, today is not really a huge tornado threat, but it is a possibility. Tornadoes is still a possibility for today. You can see across 2 different locations, across portions of the Mid-Atlantic as well as portions of the Midwest into the central Great Plains here. So it is a possibility, but it's not completely ruled out here. Like I said, tomorrow though too, tomorrow we got ourselves another threat here across the southeast and moving on here towards, let's say for Saturday. Honestly, Saturday's looking not so bad. A little marginal risk here across portions of western Montana as well as the north central side here of Idaho. So we got to watch out for that. Possibility for some storms here, but like I said, it actually looks pretty nicely. It actually looks pretty nice as of now. I'm not going to jinx it. Last time we saw a day like this, it actually turned out to be a enhanced risk. Actually, I think it was an enhanced risk when we didn't expect any severe weather to kick off. So obviously, it's kind of a little bit too far out to tell that. But obviously, yeah. So for the next few days, we're kind of booked in regard to severe weather and stuff like that. So we really have got to, just keep an eye on it for a little bit. And just continue watching it. So, like I said, here's our eyes in the sky. Here's currently what's going on here on satellite view. You can obviously see a lot of convection, a lot of thunderstorm activity going on here all across the eastern coast. You can actually obviously see it here as well. So I'm actually kicking off across portions of Missouri. Like I said, Missouri is in that risk here. Definitely possibility of a little bit more action, a little bit more action going on here across portions of western Kansas as well. Watch out for it. Possibility for some storms, as you can obviously see currently going on here at the moment. So definitely we'll just keep our eyes out for it and see what this decides it wants to do. But yeah, so that is what we are talking about. Let's see here. I don't know if you've answered mine yet, but how as bad is it going to be in Hollywood? Let's see, Mexico. Yeah, like I said, we usually don't really cover Mexico. That's the thing, dude. We usually only cover the states here because, you know, to be honest with you guys, a lot of those locations down there, I don't know too many of them. I know a lot of my, you know, Caribbean islands and stuff like that, but I really don't know once you move down into these regions here. I know where the Yucatan is. I know where Panama's at. Obviously, that's about all I know, to be honest with you. South of Mexico's right here. Like I said, we just really don't cover that areas too much. So, you know, geography, I'm not really the best at. But obviously, yeah, the states, I know. I definitely do know the states here, and I know exactly what we're talking about down there. But, you know, once we just start moving into those locations, it starts to get a little bit sketchy for me to realize exactly, you know, or to explain where this is located in regard to things. So let's go ahead and move on back here, guys. We're going to take a look here at currently the storm is going on here in southeastern Alabama. We have ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect here on the far southeastern side across portions of Coffee Springs. This does include portions of Kinston. This is a severe thunderstorm warning, basically showing, hey, we are expecting ourselves, you know, honestly, we are expecting ourselves a you know, obviously the potential of some, you know, pretty of a damaging thunderstorm could be possible here. So gusty winds up to 60 miles per hour possible, as well as penny-sized hail. The penny-sized hail is not a concern. That's actually not classified as severe in regard to things. But like I said, obviously though, like I said, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, that's considered severe. So we got to watch out for possible wind gusts and, you know, what ultimately could lead up to some wind damage. Like I said, we've seen a lot of it today, unfortunately. So just watch out for possibility across those regions. We actually are watching another event or another storm going on here across the south central side here of Alabama, kind of towards portions of Hayneville, portions of Calhoun, Fort Deposit. Yeah, so these regions got to watch out for this storm. You know, honestly, it's quite strong, but it's not severe yet. We got to watch out for it. We'll see what this decides it wants to do. Same thing across portions of, you know, portions of Georgia as well. You know, a lot of storm activity is possible across some of these regions here for today. You know, like I said, we see a few storms that's ongoing here, but these guys, you know, this guy's not severe by any means. However, the more we move up into the mid-Atlantic, as you can see right now, we actually have a bit of decent activity going on here across southern Virginia. This is actually my home state here in Virginia, but I live here in Prince William County, northern Virginia here. I'm not in Prince William right now. I'm actually over here in Kentucky now. But, so yeah, you know, obviously, you know, a little bit of thunderstorm activity going on here down here. Like I said, directly just due south of Blacksburg, Virginia here on the southwestern side, we have another warning in effect. You know, honestly, this guy could probably go warm here soon. I mean, this does look like it is strengthening, doesn't it? Yeah, latest scans actually show more of those dark reds and more of those pinks there. So it kind of looks like that, you know, that might be developing hail core. I mean, that is right next to the, that is literally right next to the radar view too. So this could definitely be something to watch out for. Let's see here. It looks like that's, yeah, that might be something to watch. So we'll keep an eye on it. We'll see what this decides it wants to do. But obviously, like I said, we have ourselves our severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect for the region here. In Christiansburg, portions of Simpsons. Let's go see here. Portions of Ferrum as well as Reiner. So this is a warning that's in effect here for just 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Just some gusty winds can be expected out of this storm here. It's not the end of the world. It's nothing too crazy, but just something to keep an eye out for. You know, definitely something to watch out for and see what this is going to do. And we'll definitely continue watching this here as it does evolve and as it does move its way down to the southeast here. But that is kind of what we are talking about here. So let's see here. But yeah, so that's what we are talking about. Let's see here. Amazing Thunder, Louisville, says Fork. Yeah, hey, watch, Omaha storms are developing fast. I'll tell you what, you know, honestly, we should probably, let's go ahead and switch on over here to the, towards the, you know, the Midwest region here. Definitely is, we should take a look at these thunderstorms and see how they're acting. This guy is actually, it looks like it's really kind of kicking off now. Apparently, there is actually a hail report coming in here across the north central side of Missouri for portions of Moberly. When was this reported? This was reported at 1:20 UTC, so this was 20 to 24 minutes ago. This was really not too long ago, and that's actually classified as severe, and they did not issue that warning. So I'm probably going to expect that they're going to issue it relatively soon. We'll see how that goes, because like I said, I mean, obviously, yeah, there is a possibility of some severe storms being possible across these locations here. So we'll watch it. We'll see how this materializes. Like I said, this is definitely a strengthening storm here. As you can actually see here, I mean, obviously it is definitely kicking up a little bit more. You can obviously see how that hail core becomes a little bit, you know, where the radar scanning ice is becoming a little bit more vibrant here, a little bit more, you know, brighter and obviously a little bit more obvious. So that is kind of what we are watching here. So possibility that, you know, this thing has already produced some hail up to the size of quarters. It definitely probably could do it again. Definitely could. So honestly, they could probably issue a warning for that relatively soon. It's kind of what I think. We'll see how that works out. We'll see how they handle that there. Like I said, we have a lot of action going on right now across portions of West Virginia. West Virginia is actually getting hit pretty daggone hard right now. Right here, especially across the central side, moving more to the southeast, as you can see currently happening right now. Across portions of Valley Head, portions of Mill Creek, as well as Pickens, Hacker Valley, portions of Cleveland. Also here for Alexandra, Rock Cave, Ireland, not the country, by the way. Walkersville, portions of Abbott, as well as, Burnsville. So this is a warning that's in effect here for both half-dollar size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So obviously hail's a decent concern out of this guy. Also this little guy right here, you can see this popping off. Still currently going on here towards basically southeast of Rosedale. Portions of, Gasaway, portions of, Sutton, as well as Flatwoods. Now this guy's for a little bit less in hail realm. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail. Yeah, nothing too insane here. Now I will mention there is something I do want to look at really quickly. Like I said, we do have a few watches that's out here currently. We'll go ahead and look at those here right now. So we have ourselves a severe thunderstorm watch that's in effect here across portions of southeastern Ohio, as well as the north central side here of West Virginia. There goes my camera again. So that's basically telling us, hey, we can expect some severe weather across those regions here for today. So obviously in this case, it's actually maybe some gusty winds, maybe some hail could be possible across the watch area and in close to the watch area. So definitely a possibility. So that's for our severe thunderstorm warning that we do have in effect now just a little bit to the east here. Now this is now in portions of Pennsylvania, just to the northeast. Across the southeastern quadrant of Pennsylvania, we do have ourselves this is a tornado watch that's in effect here across portions of these regions here, saying, hey, tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds could be a possible concern across those regions there. So we got to watch out for it. If I heard this correctly, I think it expires at 11 Eastern, if I'm not mistaken. Let me actually double check on that. I want to make sure that this is actually expiring at 11. So, yep, 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. This does get expired here. Here's the overall watch that we have out there. Here's the Storm Prediction Center view. Yeah, you can see right there, it expires at 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Or another watch we have in effect. Yeah, there's even another one here just more to the south. Right here in the Carolinas, as well as portions of Virginia. Now, this guy is in effect here, let's see, until 9 o'clock p.m. So this actually, hold on a minute, this is 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Apparently this canceled now, which is good. This guy is in effect here until 12 o'clock a.m. Eastern. That's pretty interesting. Why is this, well, apparently this guy's canceled too, but it's not one to pop up on our review. Anyways, that's kind of what we are talking about. So yeah, obviously we have a few watches that's ongoing out there. That tornado watch we were just looking at does expire here at 11 o'clock Eastern time. So watch out for that. We have ourselves roughly about a little bit over an hour to go, about an hour and 12 minutes to be exact here. So definitely we'll watch it for a little bit. Like I said, a possible tornado or two could happen across the watch area. Like I said, luckily as of right now, we've had no tornado reports for today. However, we've actually seen ourselves, like I said, we've had over 200, we have actually had over 200 damaging wind reports here, which is pretty crazy, as well as some hail, over 50 hail reports too. So definitely that has materialized. Yeah, definitely. Like I said, a lot of those were actually across Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania got a lot of wind damage today. Lots and lots of reports of trees down, lots and lots of reports of, some power lines and stuff like that. And speaking of which, I want to see if I can look at the power areas. Let's see here. Let me actually pull up the power outage map, and I can tell you what, I can see what, how many power outages are reported here. Okay, so here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to go ahead and switch on over here, my friends. So actively right now, here's all the states that are somewhere without power. As you can see right here, 10,000 to 50,000 outages are here kind of in the yellow. Obviously, it looks like we have a lot more power outages across portions like Wisconsin, probably from yesterday's storms that did happen. Wisconsin here, portions of Michigan, as well as Ohio. These are probably from today. These are probably from today, the ones in the yellow. So those are also probably still adding up too as we are currently speaking. So let's just go ahead and take a look here at currently what's going on here in Pennsylvania. Like I said, Pennsylvania got hit pretty hard. It looks like mostly according to the northwestern side here. Let's see, we have a total outage of 12, almost 13,000 people without power here in the state of Pennsylvania. Now in our state here of West Virginia, we have ourselves, let's see here, 13,000. Yep, 13,261 to be exact there. So obviously, yep, that's a concern. 35,000 without power in South Carolina, 32,000 without in North Carolina, 15,000 in Virginia. Now, Ohio, 62,000. Can you believe that? 62,000 people without power. Michigan, 50,000. And Wisconsin, 67,000 people without power. That is really crazy. If we take a look at see what's going on, if we break down more of Wisconsin, you can obviously see right there across the northeastern side. That's definitely where they did get some pretty nasty storms here yesterday. But that is actually, that is pretty crazy. That is for sure. So we are seeing a lot of outages coming as a report or as a response of the storms that we have been seeing here. And like I said, basically, they are still ongoing. Like I said, currently across portions of the Mid-Atlantic, portions of Virginia, West Virginia currently. Even we actually now have one in Georgia. This is actually right here just due north of Atlanta. For Oakdale, portions of North Atlanta, bits of, let's go see, Chambly, portions of Sandy Springs included, Dunwoody, as well as portions of Mount Bethel. This is a severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect here for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, as well as, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, as well as quarter-size hail. So that is actively what we are watching here as of now. So that's what we're seeing. Like I said, this is nothing too crazy. This is not a crazy storm. It's still, like I said, there's a possibility it could have some, damage characteristics on it. Now, what's going on here towards Charleston, South Carolina here? Obviously, we have a special marine warning in effect here. Look at this. We have a lot of reports coming through here. Let's see. We have ourselves this is a 30 knot. It's a 47-mile-per-hour wind gust, obviously, here. So definitely 50 right here. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, this is a pretty gusty set of storms we're talking about here, just along the waters on the, pretty much just right here, out on the eastern coast here of South Carolina. And it does look like we have a little bit of damage report coming through here. See, tree down and road. Yeah, so obviously, yep, that wind damage threat's definitely living up to its name, that's for sure. That is for sure, my friends. Let's see. So there's no warnings over there yet. We have some flash flood warnings here. I believe this is across. Oh, this is really hard to tell. I think it's New Mexico. But yeah, so that is kind of what we are talking about. Obviously, like I said, right here across portions of Ohio as well. A lot of those active storms are now moving out of southeastern Ohio. They're moving into portions now of West Virginia. So the storms are still ongoing here. Yeah, the storms are still kicking off here, and they are going to continue to. Like I said, they are going to continue for a while. Like I said, until kind of around those midnight hours is whenever these things are going to, whenever these things are going to, start to kind of fade out here. We have a little bit to go before they do. But like I said, right now, we're kind of catching towards the end of this event here for today. Because like I said, we were not able to be live for you guys earlier today because I've been pretty daggone busy and stuff like that. But so that is kind of what we are talking about, y'all. So we just got to keep our eyes open for it. We're going to continue watching these storms here. Because like I said, all types of severe weather out of these is possible. Definitely is a possibility. And like I said, I'm not trying to scare you guys. I'm just trying to let you all know what's going on here. Be prepared, please. And obviously, like I said, don't be scared as well. Obviously, be prepared, don't be scared. Be prepared, not scared. That's basically, what we recommend around here. What we tell you guys to do is, obviously, if you panic, it's only going to make the situation worse. And like I said, honestly, just be chill. Just respect the warnings. If you get a warning, then take action based off of it. Like I said, that's just what we're here for. We're here to let you guys know where these warnings are located, as well as what they are issued for and what you could potentially expect out of them. And that's all this channel has been about, and it's all it will continue to be here. If we look here at the infrared view, actually, if we take a look here back at our main screen, this is our infrared satellite. You can actually see the convective bloom here. You can see it's more red. Now it's kind of turning more yellow. It looks like that we might get that thunderstorm activity. It looks like it's kind of starting to weaken here along the Carolina boundaries, which might be good news. Also, kind of across portions of Virginia, kind of looks like that big one starting to fade out towards Richmond. But we have a few more just popping off here across the southwest. Like I said, that one cell we're watching there towards Richmond, that guy's definitely kicking off there as well. A few also across portions of the northeast as well. And you got some new activity going on here across portions of the north central side of portions of Missouri, and obviously a little bit of action going on here across the southeast. Kind of around those Gulf Coast states here, currently going on at the moment. So definitely a possibility. Like I said, this is still carrying on here. This is still continuing here, and just watch it. We'll just see how this how this plays out here. Like I said, possibility, you know, those still could go severe here. And that is kind of what we are watching. So, like I said, y'all, just please be safe out there for today. And like I said, if you have any questions, you know, guys, let me know. We're going to be here for you guys. You know, I just want to go ahead and say thank you all for being here. You guys are the best. I was going to see here. But yeah, so that is kind of what we are talking about. Stormy says, hope everyone's doing all right. You too, Stormy. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing all right. You know, like I said, that goes to all of you guys. You know, just thank you all for being here. You know, thank you guys for hanging out with us for today. I know I say it a lot, but I truly mean it, guys. You know, it's just pretty cool just to hang out with you guys as well and just, you know, talk about what's going on and stuff like that. And obviously, you know, we're here to make sure y'all stay safe, make sure you guys stay up to date on the weather. I know it's been pretty crazy recently. Like I said, I'm not going to lie with you. It probably is going to continue on this pattern for a little bit to go as well. You know, unfortunately, because, you know, that is kind of this time of the year. But you know what? This is basically what we are talking about. So, guys, like I said, please just, you know, please just be... you know, so just please be safe here, guys, in regard to things. Like I said, we got you all covered here for today. For the rest of the day, anyways, like I said, I was not able to be live here earlier, unfortunately. I was busy all day long, but glad to be here now. That's what matters most, is that we are here now. And from here on out, you guys are under the coverage that you much solely need here. So, here we go, just south of Blacksburg. This is right here on the southwestern side of Virginia. If you guys do not know where this is located at, this is across portions of Simpson, portion here of Floyd, Ferrum, as well as portions of Renner. Also right here towards Christiansburg. This is right here across the southwestern side here of Virginia, as you can see. This is a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here. The severe thunderstorm warning will be in effect here, guys, until 10 o'clock, 10:15 Eastern time here. Like I said, this is on the Eastern time zone where these warnings are located. So, you know, 10:15 local is whenever this will be canceled here on the Eastern time zone. Now, we obviously still should watch these guys too. I will definitely tell you we got to watch out for these guys too. Kind of towards the ones here near Charlotte Courthouse, you know, kind of around the Charlotte region here across the south central side of Virginia. Yeah, these guys can quickly these things can quickly kick off here, maybe even turn into, you know, something like their big brother is over here to the left. Definitely is a possibility. You know, that definitely is, you know, something that can happen with this. Now, we got to watch out for these little guys, too, because you can obviously see here, latest scans here, that's something to pop up here. So that might be a new thunderstorm trying to develop here, as you can obviously see, currently starting to kind of go off here. So, you know, these little things can eventually turn into something like this far down the line. So, you know, obviously, we got to watch out for all these little guys. And, you know, if they do get warned by any means, then we'll definitely let you know here. So, that one warning we do have ourselves, you know, that one warning that we do have ourselves, that, you know, was in effect here across portions of the central side of West Virginia, across portions of Gasaway, portions of Rosedale and Flatwoods. This is now canceled. This is no longer, you know, severe producing storm here. However, we still have our one that's in effect here, right here just east of it. For portions of Mill Creek here, portions of Pickens, Valley Head, portions of Hacker Valley included. We were just looking at this a minute ago. Cleveland included. This is not Cleveland, Ohio, by the way. This is Cleveland central portions of West Virginia. And Frenchton, you know, a lot of the regions here, kind of towards like Rock Cave and stuff. So that's kind of what we are talking about. You know, so that is we are seeing. So, guys, we'll just keep on watching it here. You know, we'll definitely keep our eyes open. Like I said, this is currently warned here for, let's see, this is reported, or this is in effect until 10:15 Eastern, and this is for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts as well as $half size hail. So that is kind of what we are talking about here as of right now. So that's what we're seeing. You know, that's what we're going to continue to watch here. You know, we're going to see what this thing wants to, you know, what it wants to do here. It does look like we got some flood reports coming in here from Ohio, actually. On the southeastern side towards Cumberland, you know, look at this. We actually have ourselves, let's see, a report of flooding causing evacuations along State Route 821 between Bell Valley and Cambridge. Just south of that here for Caldwell, let's see, a number of roads are closed due to flash flooding in Noble County. This is actually pretty nuts, so we got to watch out for this. We definitely, flooding is a big concern here as well. Like I said, I will mention, like I said, a lot of these places do need all this rain here, but the thing is that we're getting it so quickly in one sitting is not good, because obviously, you know, the ground clogs up and it starts rising above, you know, it can't absorb it into the ground, which kind of sucks, but so flooding, yeah, possibility again here for today. Let's see here. Matt says, you seem like I know Virginia well. I definitely do. I definitely do here. Shaw says he lives in Virginia. I sure do, but I'm not in Virginia right now. Let's see here. Laura says, Andrew, check Twitter. I sent something. Okay, let me see here. Oh my God. I saw something pop up, but I didn't look at it. Okay, so here's an awesome view. Here's something you guys are going to get used to seeing here on the live stream. Stuff like that. Look at that. That is a perfect image right there. You know, guys, honestly, that would make a great new logo for our channel. Imagine putting that with like NWW16 on my forehead. I think that would, you know, we can draw a little sketch up here. This would look awesome. Right there, just like that. And we'd have the established sign down here. Oh, actually, no, I have a better idea. We should do like something like this. E, S, and then T. And then for a little bow tie or something, you guys can't even see that. 2020 is when we just started this. That's pretty funny, though. Thank you so much for sending that in. That's definitely quite hilarious. So, yeah, like I said, obviously my camera loves to, it really loves to cut out there, that's for sure. It's done this since day one, y'all. It really has. And you know what? Like I said, when I get paid next, I'm going to get me a new camera. I definitely really do need it, so thank you for reporting that. That's actually kind of funny. But yeah. So, yeah, so that is what we are watching, guys. And like I said, we just have a big old group of weather going on here, group of severe weather kicking off. You know, here currently, you know, no really new information kicking off as of right now, which is some good news. But let's take a look back on these guys here in Missouri. Yeah, this guy's still holding in pretty strong here. The storm that actually has been reported to produce quarter-size hail is still ongoing here across portions of Middle Grove, likely getting the worst of it right now. Portions of Madison. Here comes an alert coming through here. Let's go ahead and listen to what this has to say. I know you guys can't hear it, but here we go. Okay, that's way too loud. Let me turn that down a little bit. I was not expecting that. Let's see.
Weather Service in State College, Pennsylvania has issued a severe thunderstorm.
Okay, severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, yeah, they could have gone without adding that whole entire, whatever that was, the warning tone to it. Let's see. So is this guy right here? Let's see. Okay, that's it. Yep, that's our new guy we just now see. What's going on up here? Okay, so yeah, we gotta watch out for this, y'all. This is a new warning that just now popped up. Yeah, basically just now has popped up here, so we'll watch it. It does look like they actually, let's see, they just now canceled a few more counties in that warning. So now it's barely, I mean, this is barely even a tornado watch at this point. Yeah, this is literally it. This is our tornado watch. You can see right here, guys, this yellow. This is our tornado watch that's in effect here. It has until 11 o'clock, so 57 more minutes to go. Okay. Like I just said, so until 11 o'clock p.m. Okay, we'll turn it off here for now. Okay, so that's basically what we were looking at. So obviously, yeah, we still have it in effect until 11 o'clock. This guy, however, has a little bit more to go than that, I believe. Yeah, we should watch out for this guy. Like I said, right here across the east central side of West Virginia. Like I said, towards Pickens is likely getting it the worst right now. You can obviously see like right here in these regions where it's, you know, the dark reds, the pinks, and, you know, purples, and eventually if it continues on this trend, maybe even whites. Once it moves into those colors, that's when you start to get a little bit more ice going on in the storms there. Like I said, this lines up right with Pickens here. The radar is, I mean, honestly, this is scanning about 7,600 feet. So that's pretty high. Obviously, that can happen between there and, you know, between then and there. But so we should still watch out for this guy. You know, hopefully these storms actually end up dying out here relatively soon. You know, obviously that would be for good. Let's take a look here on what's going on towards Atlanta. Like I said, we have another warning here for Atlanta, just north of it. Oakdale, portions of Vinnings, Sandy Springs included, North Atlantic, Chamblee, portions of Dunwoody, as well as, oh gosh, I'm not even going to begin to try to pronounce that. Mount Bethel. Okay, so this is a warning that's in effect here. Let's see here. For 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. That is we are watching here. Let's see here. Jakey says, would it be scary if there was a tornado warning in the middle of the night, even if power went out due to high winds? Yeah, it would actually that would be pretty scary. And that's why you guys, I would highly recommend that you invest in a no weather radio, kind of similar to this guy. Like, I'm not sponsored with them or anything, but I'm just saying if you all want to be safe, or I'd recommend this to be safe. I mean, obviously, you can pick these up at like Walmart or whatever for like. Well, I think I got this guy for $40, but these things last a lifetime. I mean, these guys are pretty crazy. As I'm trying to turn on my flashlight, but it's not working. That's because I'm out of batteries. But still, I mean, these things are pretty handy. I mean, obviously you got yourself your solar panel that you can, charge in the sun if you don't have electricity. You got yourself a crank on the back too. So yeah, I'd just recommend getting some of these eventually. Just put this in your, your little survival kit that you got, in your shelter or whatever. I'd honestly recommend like a first aid kit as well. Just something to make sure that you all stay up to date and just so you can actually get those warnings and stuff like that. Because obviously that could just potentially save your life. It really could. And like I said, whenever we're not here, there's going to be times when we're not live here, and there's going to be some warnings that's out there, and even possible tornadoes. Obviously, we try to cover as much as possible, but you know what? Like I said, just sometimes we can't have some of those that slip under. When we're not live. So obviously, I'd honestly recommend. I mean, if you guys would like to just try to get one of those, and obviously. Just be safe. Like I said, that's all we care about. That's all this channel is about here. Is just making sure that y'all just, stay safe with the weather and stuff like that. Just make sure you guys are staying up to date and, that you guys have the latest information. That's all I care about. Honestly, I really don't care where you get the information from. It's just as long as you get it. Obviously, that's what I care about. That's all we're gonna be. That's all this channel is gonna be about. It's just making sure that y'all stay safe with these events and stuff like that. And like I said, no matter what, we usually cover everywhere in the states. Everywhere, every little state here in the United States, the mainland. We don't really cover Alaska or Hawaii because, for obvious reasons, we don't have as many good products out there. But still, I mean, obviously. This is kind of what we are just doing here. So I'm getting word we have a new warning in Nebraska. This includes a Lincoln, actually. Yeah, Lincoln, Nebraska here. It's out of a severe thunderstorm warning here. Okay, this is right here on the eastern side of Nebraska. If you guys do not know where Nebraska's at, just to give you guys a little bit of an idea. This is the state. Here's Florida. There's Texas. This is Nebraska right here. You can obviously see right down there, my friends. That's where that active. Oh, that's just now really starting to fire off here too. So, I tell you what. Let's go ahead and move on back here to our radar view. So, like I said, this is a new warning that just got issued for Lincoln. Pretty populated area here, I believe. I want to say like over 300,000 people live in Lincoln. If I remember correctly, let's see. Lincoln, Nebraska, let's see, population. I want to say, I think it's like 300,000. It's near, actually, I'm pretty close. Yeah, 286,000. So yeah, obviously, there's a lot of people at risk here. So like I said, this is right here for portions of Lincoln as well as West Lincoln. Just west of Lincoln, basically. Let's see, Huskerville, portions of Malcolm, portions of Pleasantdale. Let's see, also for Waverly. This guy is for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So that's basically that's just barely reaching the severe. The threat for both hail and damaging winds. It's literally the lowest in severe warning that can actually issue for damaging winds or hail. But still, should still watch out for it. Obviously, a bit more thunderstorm action is actually kicking off here just to the north as well. Yeah, you can really see how this guy is actually evolving too. This guy's really kicking off here. You can see the first frame here to the latest. Bam! This thing's actually really been at work here. That's for sure. Definitely been kicking off and stuff. But that is what we are watching. Let's see here. Let's see. Janine says, let's go see here. Hello from Texas. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing good. Let's see. Shaw says Jake can get a new place to live. What? Have a basement or something? Crash on bad weather nights? Well, there you go. I mean, honestly, obviously, if you guys move out to these locations, and yeah, you are at risk, I would definitely recommend having some type of plan at least. I mean, know where to go in case of a warning is issued. I mean, obviously, that's the least thing you guys can do. Just map out. Obviously, just map out where you got to go in case of a warning is issued for you. I mean, obviously, if you guys can prepare now. I mean, even if you guys aren't under threat right now, I would recommend right now, if you don't already, just know where you would go in case of a warning is issued for you. It could just help save your life one day. You know what I'm saying? So obviously, just take that seriously. I mean, like I said, I can't tell you what to do, but I would highly encourage it. I would highly recommend that you just that you just stay safe and just prepare. Just be prepared for the weather, okay? Because like I said, a lot of people think that just because spring's, moving out now, like we're about to turn into summer here. I mean, we're already having summer-like weather across a lot of the country right now. Just because that's currently happening, that does not mean that, severe weather's done. It can continue for the next while, and literally we can have severe weather from now until really any time of the year we can have severe weather. Absolutely. We've had severe weather has happened every single month of, a specific part of the year, a specific year. Yes, severe weather is possible. Any time of the year, more common, obviously, in the springtime, but still, just because it's more common does not mean it can't happen at all. So like I said, just watch out. Just have a plan, guys. That's all I'm asking y'all. Just make sure you have a plan in regard to, if a warning's issued for you, and just know where to go. Make sure you know what to have inside of your safe spot. Like I said, I'd recommend having obviously a first aid kit, stuff like that inside of your safe spot. Maybe a helmet to help protect your head if a tornado warning's issued, and help protect your head from flying debris and stuff like that. Obviously, you want to have some shoes with you too, so you can, as you move out of all the mess, you got to think that there's going to be all types of sharp objects on the ground. You got to think outside the box, y'all, and you just got to, get a pair of shoes and obviously just, walk right on past it. And you can obviously, you can possibly go out unscathed, which is definitely what the good news is all about. So, like I said, we're definitely still watching this guy across portions of Missouri. They have not pulled the plug yet. They have not called it severe. But I tell you what, this is definitely a pretty crazy storm here. It is still pretty nasty, and I'm honestly surprised they have not called this thing severe yet, because we actually already do have a hail report coming through here. This thing's actually never been severe at all. Go back several frames. This guy's just kind of been sitting here, and honestly, to be honest with you, yeah, like I said, this thing has already caused a bit of hail that's been reported here from Train Weather Spotter in Randolph County, Missouri, here in Moberly. So, yeah, so honestly, I'd just say watch out. Oh, there goes. That's a perfect cut frame. I would just say watch out for hail. Maybe some gusty winds being a possibility. Definitely something to keep an eye out for. That is going to be a saver right there, you guys. Make sure you get your screenshots now before I'm about to cut it off here. Well, too late now. Anyways, yeah, so like I said, it would not be impossible if we do see some gusty winds. If not, obviously some hail being a possibility out of this as well. So we'll just keep on watching it. We'll just definitely continue to see how this is going to play out. It does look like, whoa, what's going on down here? Got some new warnings popping up here now across portions of western Kansas. Let's see, for portions here just north of Oakley and west here of Angeles. This is a new warning that's in effect. Let's see, this guy's for $half size hail. So this is a hail concern, obviously. Not really damaging winds. Now this is across Colorado. Actually, just barely even northeast of Denver. Denver's right here, literally not far away from this. Wow, look at that. Okay, wow, that looks like it's a bit of hail that's going on there. Let's see what's going on with this guy. $half size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Okay, so yep, obviously hail. Is this trying to hook? What are you trying to do, man? What are you trying to accomplish here? Okay, so we gotta watch out for this storm here. This thing is actually pretty crazy looking. Let's see here. Mike says, hello, Andrew. What's up, Mike? Hope you're doing good, man. Let's see, Janine says, thank you, Andrew, for streaming tonight. You're very, very welcome. You're much appreciated. Well, thank you so much. Really appreciate it, my friend. Science says, finally. Yeah, like I said, this is pretty crazy. Like I said, we are watching this guy. Likely we're probably seeing some hail here towards, across the regions here. I don't even, how would you even pronounce that? Ranchettes. Let's see. Aristocrat. I think it's Aristocrat Ranchettes. That's a pretty weird name. Who comes up with these names here? That's something I've always wanted to know, is who's always coming up with these weird names. Literally, I honestly think the most craziest state, I think, is Ohio. I really do. I think Ohio has the most weirdest names that there is. I've seen so many different weird names out there. I'm not even joking. There's been so many of them. It's pretty crazy, actually. But yeah, so that's what we're watching, guys. Let's see. Okay, we're keeping an eye on this guy. Southeast Nebraska. The Lincoln storm we're still watching here. This guy is severe warn here. Let's see what this guy is for golf ball size hail. So this actually got upgraded on the hail realm. You can obviously see in the scans above me on infrared view. You can see that little orange start to pop up there. That's actually, yep, that's definitely a increasing in color, which shows that this thing is likely strengthening here. Oh, wow, look at this. 1.75-inch hail has been reported, 2 of them actually. Here we go. So golf ball size hail has actually been observed out of the storm here. Across portions here of Lancaster, Nebraska. This is Lancaster County, here 6 miles west-northwest of Lincoln. So that is what we are talking about here. Let's see. So like I said, 1.75. It's golf ball size hail here. Just north of that as well here. Let's see. At emergency manager says at the airport. Here, just east of Huskerville. So apparently, that's a new. Yeah, we got two of the same magnitude hail reports coming through here. So obviously, yep, golf ball size hail, as you can see. Hail threat has been observed. So yep, this thing is causing some hail at the moment. So that is actively what we are seeing out of this guy. Like I said, we should really watch out for you too. I mean, this guy over here on the central side, the north central side here of, north central side here of Missouri. I mean, this guy's been kicking off for a while. And like I said, we've already had that 1-inch hail report that has already came through here. And it's never been severe warned either. That's the thing. It's kind of weird. And that is classified as severe here. Let's see here. Evan says, let's see. I think Wisconsin has the most unique names too. A lot of places do. I mean, each state really has its own little uniqueness to it. A lot of crazy names out there. Like I said, I believe a lot of them are across Ohio. Ohio has a lot of weird names. I mean, honestly, if we go over here and just briefly skim at Ohio, and let's see what's going on in Ohio really quickly, and let's see if we can find some weird ones here. I mean, there's seriously some pretty. I mean, Circleville. I mean, that's not too weird. But there's a handful of them. Can't tell you exactly where some of these are, but there is some. Like, what is that? Catawba? I mean, like, what is that? How do you pronounce that? Let's see here. There's another one. Let's look up here. Dunkirk. That's not really too weird, is it? What is that? Tiffin? Flat Rock. That's kind of normal. But yeah, there's just a handful. I mean, you'll occasionally run into some really weird names out there. I'm not even joking. Like, there's a few of them I saw. One of them was called Santa Claus. I think it was right here in. Let's see. It's somewhere here in Indiana. I think it's called Santa Claus. A literal town name with the name of Santa Claus. I could not tell you where it's at. I think it's across the south side somewhere. That's named Santa Claus, which is pretty weird. But anyways, let's see here. Judy says any insurance agent would find all the hail are depressing, although on the other hand, it's job security. Yep. Let's consider all hooks do not mean a tornado develops a shaw. Yep, that's for sure. That is 100% for sure. And whoever said that, it does have a little hook on it. I will, yes, it definitely does. But let's actually look back at the storm here. Let's see what this guy's doing. I mean, this guy is definitely kind of cruising. This guy's definitely chilling here. Let's see. So obviously, wow, look at that latest scan. That's actually quite remarkable. Is this thing trying to split in half? That's kind of what I want to know. Is this thing trying to split in two? If it's trying to cut right there in the middle, you can kind of see how the echo now is more of like a weird shape now. I mean, look at that. That's the new echo. And previously before, it was more of a circle. I mean, literally an exact circle, basically, on that previous echo. You can see right there. Well, that's pretty crazy. That's honestly quite crazy. So, I don't know. This thing might be trying to split in half here. But yeah, there is a little bit of a hook on this thing. I mean, it's nothing, like I said, there's no immediate tornado danger out of this. I can tell you that right now. Don't worry about it. They don't even have a tornado possible on this, I don't think. Yeah, they don't. So, it's nothing to worry about. We'll keep an eye on it. Let's see here. Skittle says, why, hello there. How's it going? Pretty good, Skittle. Hope you're doing good as well. Glad to have you here, my friend. Goes to all of you guys. Thank you all for being here. Here we go. Here's oh, wow. We got another hair report. Or, not hair. Another hail report. Not a hair report. Let's see. This guy's $half size hail here. 1.25 inches. Equivalent to $half size. And 1.5 is ping pong ball. 1.75 is golf ball. 2 inches just classified as 2-inch hail. It's about the same size of an egg, an average size, hen egg. 2.25, what is that? I want to say tennis ball size hail. I think 2.25 is tennis ball size hail. And then 2.5 might be baseball size hail. 2.75 tennis, or no. 2.75 I think is grapefruit size. I don't remember. It's something along those lines there. Here we go. New warning just now got issued here. Let's see, just north of the guy we're watching here, just north of Lincoln. There you go. Like I said, that action's really kicking off here too. Across portions of Nebraska. Yeah. So that is what we are watching. Let's see here. So like I said, the new one just now popped up. Let's see here for portions of, let's go see, Abbey, portions of, let's see, Octava, portions of Prague, south of Linwood here. This is right here in basically east central Nebraska here. Let's see. This guy's for 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, quarter size hail. Yeah, its big brother down here is a little bit more severe in regard to golf ball size hail likely falling out of this storm here right now. Yeah, golf ball size hail as well as 60-mile-per-hour wind gust is a concern out of you. So yeah, that's kind of what we are talking about. Let's see what's going on down here. Okay, the Virginia storm, it looks like it's canceled here. Let's see. All right, so severe thunderstorm warnings in Nebraska, Georgia, Colorado, Alabama, West Virginia, Kansas, Pennsylvania, and Nebraska. I think I already said that in Georgia. Let's take a look here back towards the East Coast. Let's move back here towards Pennsylvania. There we go. Oh, there's a wind gust report here. Wow, that thing looks like it's actually kind of kicking off here. So, here we go. So, severe thunderstorm warning in effect here across portions of, let's see, York Haven, portions of Manchester, Dover, Lewisberry, Camp Hill, portions of Harrisburg. Let's see, this guy is for, 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, quarter size hail. Yeah, it's kind of the same old there. This guy though, this is a new one. It's a pretty big warning here. Let's see. 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, quarter size hail along the east central side. Yeah, this storm's actually moving quite quickly too. I mean, we literally were just here in the central portion here of West Virginia just a lot too long ago, and this thing's already on the eastern side. So this thing is West Virginia lengthwise or widthwise I should say, it's not really the biggest state, but still, I mean, these storms are moving pretty quickly. Let's see, they're moving here. Let's see, at 45 miles per hour. It says moving south. I think it's more moving southeast than south, but still, that is what we're talking about. But yeah, so like I said, guys, that is what we are talking about. So we're gonna keep an eye on this, my friends. Let's see here. But yeah, let's see. Let's move on down here towards Georgia. Like I said, Atlanta cell. Oh, there we go. We actually got some reports coming through here now. Switch on down here towards, like I said, right towards KFCC. This is right here towards Atlanta, Georgia. Currently kicking off here directly to the north of it. Areas impacted include portions of Oakdale as well as bits of Vinnings. So let's see. So this is a severe thunderstorm warning. This guy is in effect here for, let's see, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So kind of the same old like I was telling you all about. Same with this guy too, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail as well. But that is what we are talking about, my friends. That is what we are seeing here. Let's see here. Yeah, let's go see. Gene says I don't say what state it is. I usually do. I usually do tell you what state it is. Either you're not listening enough, or I don't know if you're hearing it. Anyways, kind of the same thing. But still, like I said, we usually do tell you what we're looking at. That's for sure. Like I said, right now we're looking across southeastern Pennsylvania. And the reason I go out between both a lot is because we're looking at specific locations here. Because like I said, there's a lot of active warnings that's going on here across a lot of different states here currently, which that is actively what we are seeing here. So, once again, my friends, severe thunderstorm warning is in effect here across portions of Harrisburg, portions of Camp Hill, Lewisberry, as well as Goldsboro, York Haven, Manchester, and Dover. This is a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail is a concern out of this guy as well. It looks like a lot of these ones are actually for that 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So here's all of our warnings we are looking at. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 active severe thunderstorm warnings in effect here. That's currently kicking off here at the moment. Which, yeah, this definitely is, it definitely is, kind of kicking off here. Looks like we have actually a new warning that just now popped up here. That one for Lincoln. Yeah, they just now issued another warning. We're now seeing polygonception going on with this with this current warning we have here. So we now include portions of Eagle as well as bits of Palmyra, portions of Bennett included in Denton. This is a new warning that's in effect here. Golf ball size hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gust is a concern here, and this will be in effect here. Let's see until find it here until 10 o'clock p.m. Central. So this will be 11 o'clock Eastern. So we really have about roughly, about 35 minutes, 36 minutes to go before this is canceled. So a little bit to go. Like I said, we also are watching its little brother here just to the north. Let's see what's going on. Like I said, we also do have another one here on the far northwestern side of Nebraska, across portions here just north of Oakley. This is another warning that's in effect here for $half size hail. So obviously, that hail thread's actually growing a little bit. I think last time we were looking at this, it was quarter size. Now it's moving up a little bit. Now it's moving up here into $half size hail, which it can cause some damage if it hits the right place at the right time. It could cause some damage in regard to some hail damage being possible. And of course, we have our other dude. Yeah, this is kind of the most interesting storm that's going on right here across the region. Let's see here. But yeah, that's what we're talking about. Let's see here. Hey, Andrew. Looks like my area is going to get nasty weather. How does... Okay, 18634. So, Donna, tell me what part of the state that is, what quadrant. Like I said, we're not looking up zip codes anymore because that takes way too much time. Like I said, we've done it for a long time. I understand that. I got that. But it just takes a long time, honestly, to get to it and, look up different zip codes and stuff like that. And so, obviously, we're not going to be doing that anymore. We're just going to take a look at specific areas of the states instead because it takes a lot less time here. So yeah, this guy is still kicking off across portions just literally northeast of Denver. This is right here in Colorado, by the way, for the people who are wanting to know what state this is in. Like I said, right here across portions of Vollmer, portions here east of Platteville. This is actively what we are talking about here currently. So this is, we are talking about. So we're going to keep an eye on this. We're going to see what this is going to do here. Half dollar size hail, okay, that's obviously a hail concern. As well as, let's see here. Yeah, as well as portions here, 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Let's see here, northeast Pennsylvania, I'm assuming is what you say, northeastern Pennsylvania. So I tell you what, though, yeah, Pennsylvania actually is in that risk here for today. They just now updated the outlook here not too long ago. And on the northeastern side, here's the actual latest outlook here in regard to things. Like I said, on the northeastern side of Pennsylvania, you can actually see there that there is still a marginal risk in effect here. Possibility of a few storms. Tornado is not a concern for you. Mostly just some hail and maybe some gusty winds could be a concern there. But we do have ourselves a second level of severity across portions of the yellow. Across portions here of Virginia, Maryland, obviously, Pennsylvania, across those regions there. We also do have another one here across the Midwest here. Like I said, obviously, Missouri included there. But that is kind of what we are talking about. That is what we are seeing here. Donna says we are under a tornado watch. Like I said, here's the tornado watch that's in effect here. I should probably switch over here, honestly. But here we go. So here's what we're talking about. Here is our tornado watch that's in effect here. This is the yellow zone. This is our tornado watch that's in effect here across southeastern Pennsylvania. This will remain in effect here for pretty much 30 more minutes. We have until 11 o'clock Eastern before this does get canceled here. So that is what we are talking about. So we have a little bit to go. Actually, 33 minutes to be exact. It cancels at 11 o'clock Eastern time. So we have a little bit to go before this does get canceled. Right now, I can tell you there is no imminent tornado danger going on with any of these storms here currently. I mean, you can obviously look at your velocity. There's really nothing going on in these storms, mostly outbound winds and stuff. The main concern with this storm in particular here is actually for 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter size hail, kind of that baseline severe thunderstorm. But yeah, that is kind of what we are talking about out of this here currently. And that is what we are seeing here. Shaw says, I've never been aware how often Colorado has bad threatening weather. It's been pretty crazy here, especially this year, that's for sure. I mean, a lot of, we've actually been seeing a lot of active weather across Colorado this year, which has been pretty crazy, actually, especially on the eastern side. The eastern side of Colorado, there's actually still a little bit of flat land, but the western side, yeah, it's actually really rocky. So yeah, I mean, there is still a bit of severe weather that still does happen across the state there. That's absolutely for sure. And like I said, this year has been actually quite above average. Not gonna lie with you guys, it's actually been a pretty interesting year in regard to things so far. I mean, like I said, we've already seen a very, very active spring so far, which has been pretty nuts actually. Let's see here. Brandon says, let's see here. Local weather in Lincoln, Nebraska says reports of tennis ball size hail in northwest Lincoln, Nebraska. Storms over Fork and Robert again. We were just looking at that here a second ago. Let's actually take a look here back at it really quickly. They just now extended a warning. They just now issued another one here. Yep, this does include, let's see here, Plattsmouth as well as, let's see, yep, there's Louisville. So, yep, absolutely. These storms are really starting to fire off here. Let's see what's going on down here, my friends. I'm actually seeing only golf ball size hail as of right now, but still is pretty large hail, not going to lie with you guys. Here's another warning. Like I said, we just now seen pop up here. This is now basically a dual state warning for southwestern Iowa, as well as southeastern Nebraska here. This does include portions here of Manly, portions here of Murdoch, as well as Weeping Water, portions of Murray, portions of Bartlett, Glenwood, Malvern as well. So this is also for Randolph. So this is for 60 mile per hour wind gusts and $half size hail. This storm is moving here, or this will be expired at 10 o'clock Central, 11 o'clock Eastern. This will be in effect here. This is moving east at 60 miles per hour. So that's actually it's a pretty quick moving storm there. There goes my camera again. Absolutely awesome frame there, y'all. So yep. So I was telling you guys, if y'all are new to the channel, you know, that's something that you guys are going to see a bit, is that my camera absolutely loves to freak out on us. It really loves it for some reason. It really does. But anyway, so yeah, that is we are talking about there. You know, that is we are seeing here. Tammy says, anything for Ohio? So I will tell you, my friend, yes, Ohio is still in the threat for possible severe weather for tonight. Now, currently, is there any warnings? In regard to severe warnings, like tornado warnings or, you know, severe thunderstorm warnings, no. There's currently none of that going on right now. However, we do have a flash flood warning, you know, obviously for flooding conditions being expected or ongoing here currently. Across the southeastern area of Ohio for bits of Summerfield here, portions of Pleasant City. Those locations here. This is actually showing us, look at this. Basically, rainfall amounts up to 0.5 inches are possible in the Warren area. It might not seem like a lot, but you know what? It can definitely cause some flooding. That is for sure. Because, like I said, a lot of these places need some rain here, and obviously it's been very dry. You know, but obviously that is kind of what we are talking about. So, you know, honestly, it is kind of... yeah, obviously it is a concern here. Also, we have another one across portions of north central almost, West Virginia here. Across portions here of Abbott here. Let's see what this guy's for. Let's see. 1 to 2 inches of rain have already fallen. Okay, there we go. And there we go. So we're expected to begin shortly. So obviously this is right here where the valleys are too. That's kind of a concern here. Let's see here. So yeah, so we're talking about Brandon says, we still have your voice giving updates, and that's important parts. That's true. That's what we're here for. Jessica says, is the southern state safe? I tell you what, my friend, for today, let's actually switch on over here back to the overall outlook. Like I said, right here across the dark green, that's our severe threat for today. So Carolina's in threat, as well as portions of western Florida for the Panhandle only, exclusive only for the Panhandle. Southern Alabama, basically central and southern Mississippi, as well as the central and eastern side of Louisiana, does have a threat here. Tornadoes, though, not a concern for any of them. However, damaging winds and hail, actually mostly just damaging winds, it looks like. Yep, so mostly just some gusty winds could be possible out of those storms here. Nothing insane, you know, nothing too crazy. Possibility of some gusty winds, but honestly, that's about it. That's honestly about what we're talking about there. So that is what we are seeing. Tell you what, let's switch on back here to our radar view. Here's that cell just west here of Atlanta. Yeah, like I said, we are seeing some cells firing off here towards Atlanta, Georgia here too. On the far north central side here, across portions here of Furniture City. That's a weird. I wonder if they have furniture there. Furniture City, portions of Mableton, as well as, let's see, Leland. It looks like it's moving. I mean, obviously, we have a lot of county or a lot of town names on the northern edge of the polygon. As we move down to the south, they kind of just vanish, which is kind of odd. But now this guy here, let's see what you're about. Let's see, quarter size hill, 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Yeah, just baseline stuff here. So watch out for obviously that being a concern. What is up with this station here? Let's see. Now reporting 70 mile per hour wind gusts. Okay, here's the thing. This has been a boat here, and this thing's been reporting us pretty weird data for the last little bit. If we go back here, I don't know if it'll show up. I don't think it will. But we've been actually seeing in the beginning of the stream, we were watching this one individual buoy here, or the ship, and it was reporting over 70 miles per hour. Now it's reporting 70 still, which not right. I mean, look, we can obviously look at these other stations here, not showing that. Obviously, a bit of a glitch is happening with that, with that boat there. So obviously, I can tell you right now that is not the case in regard to what's happening there. But yeah, so that is what we're talking about. So like I said, we have another warning here. Right here, there's literally a place called County Line right next to the county line. I mean, look at this. Here, this green line that you see here, guys. This is the county line, and they literally have a place called County Line on the county line. Really? I mean, literally, who comes up with these names here? I would love to know who's responsible for this. County Line? Like, really? Also, here's a warning in effect here for portions of Elba. 60 mile per hour wind gust, penny-sized hail. So penny-sized hail is not considered severe. I want to go ahead and tell you that right now. Penny-sized hail is not severe. However, those damaging wind gusts, though, is, so those damaging wind gusts is, honestly quite a possible concern here. Let's see. Any update on Lincoln Cell? Okay, there is obviously a bit of hail reports coming through here. Still, we've been seeing a lot of hail reports coming through here for the last little bit. Northwest of Lincoln for the most part. But here we go. So here's what we're talking about. Let's see if we can switch to KOAX here. relatively close to the radar here. It should give us some good data on these storms here. So we are actively seeing these guys. All of these are mostly for, gusty winds here. Let's see. Actually, all of these are for $half size hail and above. This middle guy is for golf ball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts here. Yeah, that's obviously a possible concern here. Let's see about... Okay, honestly, I would say that... Yeah, velocity's not really showing anything too crazy on that. I'd say mostly just a hail threat, to be honest with you guys. But yeah, they obviously had to include that as well. All right, let's do a little update on our northeast Colorado cell. Let's see what's going on with this guy. Definitely is still hailing. That is for sure. Like I said, Aristocrat Ranchettes. Pretty weird name. It looks like a big old worm. Big old worm of a hail core going on here. As you can see, right like this. So that right there is where we are likely seeing ourselves some hail that's ongoing here. Like I said, those whites and those pinks and everything like that, that's showing us that we do have ourselves a bit of hail that's likely going on with this storm here. $half size hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gust is the concern out of this. I'll tell you what, though. Let's go ahead and grab a little slice of this guy. So you can actually see a lot of that's actually towards the surface. So I can tell you what, yeah, it's likely hail in there for sure. And you can actually see as we cut through the storm here, you can actually really see from one side to the other how that hail core kind of cuts right there in the middle. So there's like that little S part where the hail goes up like that. So it's likely, yeah, it's definitely likely hailing with this storm here currently. Now, I'll tell you something else we can do. It's pretty neat. Let's grab a little scan here. This is a 3-dimensional volumetric scan of the entire storm complex. You see we cut right on the edge of it here, which something else we could do is this. We need to cut right on the hail core side. Okay, maybe a little bit more like this. Maybe that might be better. Right next to it, though. That was actually pretty close. So let's do like that. That should be pretty good. Yeah, you can see that like down in there. So that's kind of what we are talking about. So obviously, pretty crazy looking storm here. That's for sure. The reason it does like this angle is because the radar can't reach any higher. Basically, the radar, because it's already pretty close to the storm here, so it can't reach any higher up there. So it's inclination. That's why it looks like a big old staircase. But still, yeah, the storm is pretty kicking. That's for sure. That is actually pretty cool to look at, for sure. So that is, we are watching. Like I said, this guy is likely causing some hail here. Let's see. Nothing on velocity. Yeah, reflectivity really shows that, though. So I tell you what, we got to keep an eye on that cell. Keep an eye on those cells there. Let's see. Let's go ahead and switch on back here. I want to look at something real quick. Switching on over here to our satellite view. Here's our eyes in the sky currently. So here's that one cell we're looking at. That's the one we're looking at here right now, actively. Across, right here's Denver. You can obviously see by all these lights that are going on there. So right there, my friends, that is the big old puffy. The big old puff cloud that's going on and currently causing that storm to kick off. And here's all the storm action that's kicking off across Nebraska now. A lot of these locations, a lot of cross portions of. You can really see every thunderstorm that's going on here on satellite view, which is pretty daggone cool to look at, huh? Really, really neat. So you can actually see a lot of thunderstorm action across these areas there and all across the southeast. I mean, a lot of these locations seeing some thunderstorm activity. Kind of a break in between portions like the Tennessee-Ohio Valley on the western side at least. But that is what we are talking about. So let's see. Caitlin says hello, or hey everyone, what's up? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. Let's see. Robert says, hey, what's up? Getting nasty again in Plattsmouth, Nebraska. Not like Tuesday night though. That's for sure. Yeah, it's definitely not that crazy. That is for sure. So I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and switch on back here to my scan there. There goes my camera again. Man, this thing's really been cutting out tonight. Definitely a lot. So let's go ahead and fix that. Get my camera back up and rolling. Yeah, and like I said, y'all, whenever I get my paycheck and stuff like that, then I'm gonna end up buying me a new camera. This thing has got to go. This thing's not being so nice to us. It never has been. It's been a pretty mean webcam. Honestly, it's been cutting out a lot. I mean, ever since the beginning, it's been cutting out so much. But it is what it is here. Let's see here. So 1.5. Okay, well, we have a lot of hail reports coming in here through Lincoln. So obviously, yeah, hail's a big concern out of the storm here. Okay, Okay, let's see here. So, okay, Louisville getting hit there. Let's see. Plattsmouth, yeah, I think you're going to be okay there, Robert. It looks like, yeah, this thing's moving southeast to you. Obviously, it's likely causing some thunder and stuff like that that's going on there, but yeah, I mean, look at this. Each one of these little dot things you guys see here, these are all reports here. Let's see, 1.25, 1.25, so that's $half. 1.75 golf ball, quarter size golf ball, $half. This is actually ping pong ball. This is right here is quarter size and quarter size. So yeah, a lot of big old chunkers been falling from the sky out of this guy. So definitely watch out for it. So obviously this thing, like I said, this thing's warned actually for golf ball size hail currently. So because that's all that's been reported so far. But that's what we are watching here. KDGF says, I've been watching or doing radar work since 8 o'clock in the morning to 9 o'clock p.m. through work. That's pretty crazy, dude. That's pretty crazy. And obviously, yeah, that's definitely tiring. I think, like I said, the longest live stream we've done was 13 hours, I believe. I want to say actually 14 hours. But you know, after a while, YouTube cuts out. After 12 hours, they cut out. And they don't add the rest of it, which kind of sucks. But yeah. Let's see here. Heavy rain here in Lincoln, says Shannon. Well, stay safe there, my friend. Like I said, currently we are seeing, this is currently we are watching currently. This is currently we are watching right now. Like I said, we are seeing ourselves a lot of hail reports coming out here through Lincoln, okay? So if you spot any hail there, Shannon, let me know. Because then I could, I could tell you guys what's happening here more. Because like I said, all around you, there's been a lot of hail that's been going on here. So, but that is actually what we are seeing here. So stay safe, my friend. Please, just stay inside. Stay away from windows if you could too. Because obviously, like I said, that is enough hail to cause some damage here too. So, definitely something to watch out for here. Let's see here. So once again, we have ourselves 4 different warnings: 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, $half size hail. Let's see, is this guy new? Okay, we just got ourselves a new warning here towards Waco, not Texas. This is not Waco, Texas, by the way. This is on the eastern side of Nebraska. But yeah, this is what we're talking about. Let's see here, for portions of Waco. So this is our newest thing we're talking about here. Let's see. So obviously, new warning. Let's see, $half size hail. So damaging winds is not even a big concern out of that storm here because they would have included 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts there. We are seeing a bit more action just to the north of these active warnings here too. Currently going on here. These guys aren't severe though, so we don't got to worry about these guys yet. But we should still watch out for them because they could they could do something. They could maybe eventually do something here. Let's see here. No hail for me, but my sister did. That's not good at all. Let's see here. Haley says you should get a new webcam when I get a new paycheck. That's the plan. That's the plan here. Let's see here. I might get some sleep. So good night in WWE. You too, man. Thank you for joining us. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. By the way, I'm a Storm Chaser. Okay, sounds cool, man. Let's see here. Hello, I'm new to the channel. Hello, hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. Hope you are hanging in there, my friend. And obviously, welcome. Hope you're doing all right. Glad to have you here. So yeah, like I said, we are actively seeing these guys. Now we should pan off of these guys for a second. Let's see what's going on. Oh, new warning actually looks like it just got issued for West Virginia. Let's zoom on over here real quickly to West Virginia. See what's going on down here. So right here on the east side, or the east central side here of West Virginia. Let's see. New warning just recently got issued here. They barely included anything else with that. They just included this little area there. So obviously, yeah. So there we go, right there. So actively, okay, there we go. So we have ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning. That is in effect here. Let's see, for ping pong ball size hail. That's actually an upgrade there. So obviously, hail and let's see, damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour being possible. Still kicking, I see. That is for sure here. Also some across southern Virginia here too. We actually do have some hail reports coming in here just south of Blacksburg here. Here's Blacksburg, Virginia. Southwest of Blacksburg here. 0.75, that's, let's see, I think that's penny size hail. 0.8 is nickel size hail. 0.75 is penny size hail. 0.25 is like rice size. Literally the size of a small little rice. Cooked rice, I should say. But that is kind of what we are talking about. Let's go and see, is Kansas City going to get hit tonight? I'd say it's a possibility. Like I said, you are inside of that slight risk here, that 2 out of 5 threat. Just watch out for it. Like as of right now, there's nothing imminent coming for you. There goes my camera again, y'all. Yeah, I think honestly I should probably post a short on me like destroying this camera. It definitely needs it. This thing's been a pain ever since the day I bought it. a pain, I tell you. I mean, it's a good camera. I mean, good. Quality-wise, it's good. I like it. But it sucks. It really sucks. I mean, it's horrible. It really is nasty. It cuts off, like, literally, this is probably like the 10th time so far in this live stream it's cut off. And you get obviously some awesome shots and stuff like that coming through them. But that is what we're talking about. But you know what? So, so that's kind of what we are talking about there. It sucks. Like I said, once I get paid, I'm going to buy me a new camera. I'm going to worry about it. Or, I tell you what, I might be able to, somehow I could probably wire this guy up. This is actually what I use to storm chase. This guy right here. This is a Canon or Panasonic. It's actually not a Canon. What am I talking about? This is a Panasonic. I apparently don't even know my own camera. So actually, it's a Panasonic. I don't know why I said Canon. It's a Panasonic. This sucker's pretty good. And I probably get a tripod or something. And I don't know. I'll look into it. Like I said, I'll definitely look into it and see what I can do about that. But yeah, so here we go, guys. Moving on towards Atlanta, Georgia, just to the west here. For portions here, let's see, we have ourselves a new severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect here across portions of, let's see, Mableton, as well as Furniture City. Currently kicking off here right now, but they have a lot of furniture down there. Let's see here. Currently kicking off, let's see, this is for... Okay, 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, quarter-size hail, so winds could gust up to 60 miles per hour. Doesn't mean they will. Doesn't mean they will be sustained either. Doesn't mean they're going to be constant. Just means they could get up to 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. As well as quarter-size hail could be a possibility as well. So that is kind of what we are talking about. So possibility of that actually happening there. So we'll watch out for it. Keep an eye on it. But like I said, we're actually watching this big warning that just recently got issued here not too long ago on the eastern side here of West Virginia. Eventually the storm will cross into Virginia here, so we're going to watch out for it. Like I said, they actually have this thing warned here for ping pong ball size hail, so obviously that's enough to cause some damage here. Obviously some wind gusts the same, up to 60 miles per hour as possible. Kind of just what we're talking about of the storm here. Nothing too insane, but that hail threat definitely is worth watching. Okay. Damaging wind-wise is kind of right there at that lowest criteria there. But still, it's a possibility that, some wind damage theoretically could happen. Okay, so it could happen. Could happen. Not saying it will. I just say it's a possibility here. Okay, definitely is a possibility. So let's keep an eye on this Lincoln cell, though. Like I said, we've been watching a lot of activity going here towards Lincoln, Nebraska. Across these regions here. Like I said, currently we are watching this here at the moment. Like I said, a lot of hail reports coming in here. A lot of them. A lot of hail currently going on here across portions of Lincoln. Like I said, the biggest one we've seen so far is a golf ball size, equivalent to 1.75. But that is kind of what we are talking about here. Let's see here. Alexander says it's getting wild out here in Hickman, Nebraska. Well, stay safe there, my friend. Let's see here. So see, Hey Reef says, hey, came over from Nate Snyder's stream. Glad to have you here. I'm chasing Colorado cell. Well, stay safe there, my friend. Like I said, that looks like it could have some hail on it. That Colorado cell we were watching here, literally just northeast of Denver. This is that active storm we are watching here towards lone portions here of just north of Fort Lupton. You can see right here indicated by the whites and the pinks and the purples. This is actually all right here. All of this is some hail. That's going on here. You can obviously tell right there. Like I said, this is basically that hail core that you see right there. Big old chunks of ice. Big old chunkers is inside of the storm here currently. So definitely something to watch out for. Hail being a big old concern. I tell you what, it's cut right through the storm here. You can obviously tell what's going on with this. We angle our target a bit, and we move right to the middle of it. So you can obviously see right there across the storm, you can see this big old slice here. You can see obviously, like I said, the pinks and the whites here. This is all ice. You can see actually rides down here to the surface too. So obviously we can say that there is likely some hail that is probably falling out of the storm here. The hail core actually goes up to around 30,000 feet or so, which is, that's honestly quite a decent height here. The overall storm is about 45,000 feet up in the air. So regardless, it's a pretty chunky storm. Not gonna lie with y'all. And like I said, here's our volumetric scan. You can obviously see the big old shape it takes here. Pretty nuts. Actually really cool to look at. But so obviously that is where we're watching. So stay safe there, my friend, who's out there. Yeah, so it's a pretty nasty little storm here. You can obviously see that anvil shape to it. It's pretty cool. It's actually really neat to look at. As you can see, like I said, how it thins out the top. It's really neat. It's really cool to watch how these things actually form here too. So yeah, so we're gonna keep our eyes open on that, guys. Didn't mean to open that back up. But yeah, so let's move on back here to Nebraska. We're going to keep an eye on these guys. The ones, we'll switch to the KOAX radar here. These guys are quite nasty. And like I said, these guys have been evolving here very, very quickly. For an example here, I'll go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. Here's the infrared scan here from satellite. You can see over the last a little bit. or the last several minutes here, actually over the last hour or so. You can actually see how it goes from nothing and now popping up. So obviously this is new cell growth. This is new thunderstorm development that is actively kicking off here across portions of southeastern Nebraska here. Which means, yeah, this thing is definitely in a strengthening mood here. And I can tell you what, this thing is causing a decent amount of hail problems. Like I said, for a lot of people. Like I said, we have a lot of reports coming in here, as you can see right here. Each one of these little dots y'all see, these are all hail reports coming through, which is pretty crazy. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hail reports coming through here. Biggest one, like I said, is golf ball size. We actually have a few of those, actually. Let's see, I see 2 of those that are the size of golf balls, which is pretty crazy. So that's definitely enough to, dent your cars, obviously crack some windshields being possible. So just, like I said, I just recommend you be inside. If you are in Lincoln right now, stay away from windows. Obviously that's the best thing you can do. Like I said, you don't have to go to your shelter or anything like that, but I just say stay away from windows and stuff like that, because if you're next to a window and you get a wind gust and it drags some hail over to the window, it could knock it out. You don't want to get glass all over your face to not be pretty. So what I'd recommend is that you basically just make sure that you're just make sure that you're away from those windows, okay? Probably be for the best. I definitely would highly recommend it, and do not go outside, because I'm sure there's a lot of lightning going on with this guy as well. Considering how much ice is up there, a lot of friction among those ice crystals, and definitely is causing a lot of that static charge to build up. It has to release it somehow, so it zaps the ground, and that's where you see lightning and basically all that air that's moving away from where the lightning struck is what we hear as thunder, which is pretty cool. But so yeah, just watch out for that, my friends. Like I said, the storm is just now kind of moving out of Huskerville. This thing is on a easterly track. We see east-south-easterly track here. We are currently watching. We have ourselves another severe warning here just to the west of this. Now, this guy actually does have another report here. Let's see here. We actually have ourselves a golf ball size hail report out of this guy's too. Let's see. Quarter size hail, they only have this reported for. That's kind of interesting, though. So, obviously, a golf ball size hail was reported here. Let's see, when was this reported, actually? This was at 2:10 UTC. So, this was over 40 minutes ago. So, this was obviously a little bit old. But still. So, we got to watch out. We obviously got to watch out for that, too. But the worst one we're watching, the big guy, is right here across Lincoln. I can tell you right now, Lincoln's likely getting shook right now with a lot of thunder, I'm sure. Like I said, this is definitely a growing storm. This is definitely a strengthening storm here that is kicking off here. Really the same thing for the Denver storm that we're seeing just northeast of Denver. That guy is really kicking off there too. That is for sure. That guy is actually, that guy is definitely really kind of doing things. Let's see here. Eden says, we had a dry thunderstorm here in York, Pennsylvania. Really? You had yourself a low precipitation storm? Pretty crazy. New hail report just now came through here for 1 inch, so we are still seeing some hail being reported out of this storm here. I really don't expect that to go anywhere anytime soon, because like I said, this is definitely a strengthening storm. It's not weakening. It's only getting stronger. You can kind of see here where those darker, echoes are kind of over the heart of Lincoln right now, especially where they get a little bit more towards like that pink color. That's where we are likely seeing some hail that the radar is scanning. Now, the good news is that we actually have a relatively close radar to this storm, which gives us some pretty good data what's going on inside of it. And I can tell you right now, yeah, we're actually seeing some pretty nice, some pretty decent scans coming through here. Obviously, like I said, we are getting some good data, good data feed here. New warning, a new severe thunderstorm warning has just now gotten issued for Nebraska City. Let's see down here. This includes portions of Lorton, Paul, as well as Hamburg, Hamburg, as well as Dunbar as well, Syracuse included. Right here across the southwestern side, even of Iowa, and mostly the southeastern side of basically the southeastern side of Nebraska. Like I said, this does include Nebraska City. You got to watch out for this storm currently in the way here. So let's see, 60 mile per hour wind gusts and nickel size hail. So obviously nickel size hail is 0.88 inches, which is not classified as severe. So obviously the hail is not the severe part of the storm. It's actually those damaging wind gusts, maybe up to 60 miles per hour. Like I said, constant, no. It means they could get up to at one given point, maybe up to 60 miles per hour being possible with this storm here. Based off, this is just radar indication. This has not been observed yet. This has not been actually seen or witnessed yet, at least from what we know. But that means that's kind of what we are talking about. But yeah, so that's what we're talking about. So y'all just please be safe out there for today. Please, we're just going to continue watching this here. Let's go see lots of thunder, lightning, rain lessening, says Shannon. Well, stay safe there, my friend. Yeah, like I said, it's a pretty crazy storm here for sure. Absolutely. Let's go and see here. But yeah, that's what we're watching, my friends. KGS says good night, y'all. You're still here. Well, good night. Good night, man. Glad to have you here. And have a wonderful rest of your night. Caitlin says it's almost 4 a.m. here, and I'm still not tired watching this stream. Wait, are you all the way in like the UK or something? For it to be like 4 o'clock in the morning? I mean, right now I'm in the Eastern Time U.S. and it's almost 11. That's pretty crazy. Well, it's pretty cool to see that there is other people watching across the, across the world. It's pretty neat to look at. So definitely welcome here from the States. It's definitely pretty cool to see. Let's see here. Mary Pole, or I don't know how you pronounce that. Sorry if I said it wrong there. Guys, I'm going to bed now. Good night. Good night, man. Thank you so much for joining us. Greatly appreciate my friend, and have a wonderful night. That goes to all of you guys out there. So here's the thing. It looks like a new report. Not that old, actually. Let's see here. Let's see when this was reported. So at 2:45, so this was obviously 10 minutes ago here. We had ourselves a, let's see. This is a penny-size hail report coming through here. Pea-size to maybe nickel. Kind of around penny size here. Was reported here in York County, Nebraska, in Waco. Once again, this is not Waco, Texas, my friends. This is right here across the east central side of Nebraska. So obviously a little bit different. But that is what we are talking about. So yeah, we're definitely seeing a lot of action. Here comes another warning. Now being issued here for portions of Panama, Douglas, and Hickman. Let's see. This guy is for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts as well as quarter-size hail as well. So that is kind of what we are talking about. So, but yeah. Lillian says, was all safe in the next 7 days. Yeah, you're looking good here for at least today, tomorrow, and the day after. You're looking pretty good. No severe threat expected for you. Let's see. I'm pretty sure those are heading towards St. Louis. Like I said, St. Louis is an 8th right here for today. Let's go ahead and switch on down here really quickly. Like I said, right here, here's St. Louis. You are in that slight risk, that 2 out of 5 level in regard to severity. We're also watching this guy. You know, apparently a while back, this thing has actually produced a 1-inch hailstone, a quarter-size hail, but this thing has actually never been warned. Which is pretty crazy. But you know what? We should still watch out for. I mean, this thing is likely causing some gusty winds. I mean, maybe causing some gusty winds here. Maybe even some small hail too. It's just something to watch out for. It's kind of just holding on its strength. It's kind of just not really going anywhere. Just kind of hanging out where it's at right now. But you know what? That's kind of just what we are seeing. So we got to watch out for these guys as well. I mean, it is in that favorable environmental zone to where severe weather is possible to develop in. I mean, look at all these hail reports we have coming on over here now. It's still definitely really kicking. Pretty crazy. So Lincoln, let's see here, for North Lincoln or portions of West Lincoln, actually that warning has just now been canceled for you. However, the central and southern portion of Lincoln, as well as the portions here in portions like Palmyra, Douglas, Panama, Hickman, that's that new warning that we just got issued here just a few seconds ago here, not too long ago. So this is a new warning that's in effect here. Let's see, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail is a concern out of this. So that is actively what we are watching here as of right now. So you guys just please be safe out there, my friends. It does look like we have ourselves a new warning that's gotten issued here for the cell just northeast of Denver, here in Colorado. Just now has now popped up here, not too long. This does now include, let's see, north of Roggen, north here of Keensburg, south of Kersey. So we are watching this here currently. Now the warning is issued here for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So it's kind of that baseline, baseline warning. But obviously, like I said, right around in this locations here, we're likely seeing maybe some hail that's going on there. That's what the pinks, the purples, and the whites are indicating, is that there's some ice being detected. Some very, very large drops of water, if not, some pretty decent-sized ice that's falling out of the sky here. So that is kind of what we are talking about. That is kind of what we are keeping an eye out for. Let's see here. So I have a question. Why do thunderstorms always happen during the afternoon, evening hours? Because if you've noticed, during the evening hours, the temperature heats up the most at the surface, which that makes it favorable for thunderstorms to start. They can't start in colder temperatures than it is on the surface than it is up in the air. They can only start if the temperatures on the surface is warmer than it is above, if that makes any sense at all. Let's go ahead and see here. Mike, thank you so much, man. Greatly appreciate it. Super chat, $20, man. Thank you so much. They said, thank you for the content. Mike, you're very, very welcome. Thank you so much, man. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. That seriously means a lot. Thank you so much. Greatly, greatly appreciate it, my friend. So yeah, special shout out goes to my man, Mike. Thank you so much for helping out the channel, my friend. Greatly, greatly appreciated. So thank you absolutely so much. So like I said, we are watching these guys. We're going to keep an eye on it. Let's go and see. Robert says daytime heating. Yeah, basically, yeah. Because obviously, as the temperatures increase, so does the severe potential. I mean, you can have storms at nighttime and in morning time. Absolutely. But they're not as common as during the evening times, that's for sure. Let's see here. Is Kansas City clear from for night? I'd say Kansas City should watch out for this. Like I said, currently right here, if we take a look at currently what's going on here, like I said, right here is, let's see, where Kansas City is right there. As you can see, you are still inside of this yellow little box here. This is that convective outlook showing, hey, we are still seeing the possibility of maybe a few severe storms being possible. Definitely something to still watch out for. So just keep an eye on it. We'll see how this plays out. Definitely is still a possibility for sure, my friend. Possibility. So keep an eye on it. So like I said, it's not done yet. Like I said, these storms are tracking southeast. If they do continue on their line, they might eventually cross into Kansas City. Maybe even later on tonight. We'll see. I mean, maybe we could even see some new development happen by then as well. We'll see what happens. We'll definitely keep an eye on it. Let's see here. How did I get the Storm Prediction Center outlook on the software? Look at place files. If you look up place files, you can find it. But yeah, so that is kind of what we are talking about. That is kind of what we are seeing here. So, like I said, I just want to go ahead and say thank you guys for being here. Appreciate all your support today. And seriously, special thanks goes to Mike. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciated for helping out the channel. Let's see here. Bot says, I live in Lincoln, and would I be surprised if another tornado warning happens? Honestly, like I said, if we take a look here at currently what's happening in Lincoln, just the other day, we had some pretty nasty storms here. Currently, I'm not seeing anything that's saying, hey, there's a tornado being likely here. So this is where we look for rotation. I'm not really seeing any rotation going on in the storm, which is some good news. Maybe just some gusty winds at most, kind of what we're looking at right now. But other than that, you know what? I think, honestly, I think for the most part, you're okay for that. But the main concern for Lincoln right now, or mostly just now south of Lincoln, is actually, mostly just that, obviously that hail threat. Because like I said, we have a lot of hail reports coming through with the storm here. Absolutely pretty crazy. I mean, like I said, we've seen a lot. I mean, a lot of hail reports coming through here. Let's go and see now how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11 now hail reports coming through out of this one individual storm here. So the biggest one we've seen so far, like I said a little bit ago, towards West Lincoln was about the size of golf balls, which is pretty interesting. Definitely pretty interesting. Jan says, do I plan on streaming overnight or no? Probably not. Probably for a little bit longer. Like I said, I do definitely plan on being here for a little bit longer for you guys. Like I said, I still want to be live for a little bit before, the storm. I want to see if the storms start to die down here in the next few hours. Because like I said, speaking of which, that watch we were watching across portions of Pennsylvania is now canceled. That tornado watch we had in effect is no longer in effect here anymore. Tell you what, though. I want to know what kind of watches we have in effect here right now. We have ourselves, let's see. We have ourselves currently, 2 watches in effect here currently. Actually, 1 in effect now. So one is that one that's across, let's see. Cross portions of the Ohio Valley, apparently. So yeah, that's still in effect there. Let's go and see. So that's what we're watching, my friends. Just please be safe out there. Now, I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and zoom on over to the east here. Let's get away from the Midwest here and the Central Plains here for a minute. Let's take a look here towards the Ohio Valley. Now, like I said, this little pink box that you see right there, that is the severe thunderstorm watch that we do have in effect here across portions of southeastern Ohio as well as central portions of West Virginia here. Like I said, we are watching this one severe thunderstorm warning that is currently kicking off here at the moment across portions of Marlington, Hillsborough as well. This guy is warned for, let's see, like I said, ping pong ball size hail is also a possibility out of this guy too. So obviously, yeah, that's definitely enough. Like I said, definitely enough to cause some cracked windshields, obviously do some dents on cars and stuff like that, which is obviously not something that you want. So I would recommend, if you are in the path of the storm, I recommend, pulling in your car into your garage or something just to help, protect your own property. I'm pretty sure insurance companies are not going to be too happy about this storm right now. But still, I would definitely consider watching this. And like I said, if you are currently in it, no bother. Do not go outside during this because, like I said, ping pong ball size hail golf ball size hail. It is definitely enough to, actually, no, this is ping pong ball. That is still definitely enough to cause some injuries to occur. So definitely, it's not worth it. You don't want to get yourself injured during that. Because obviously, definitely not a good choice. But like I said, if you are in the path and if you do have time before it does hit you, would recommend moving your cars inside. Like I said, this is moving down to the east-southeast pretty much. Eventually this is getting ready to cross into the state of Virginia. This is right here now on the West Virginia border line. right here, get ready to move into Warm Springs here, as well as portions of Williamsville. So watch out for it, my friends, and we'll see just what this does. Because like I said, we are likely seeing ourselves some hail that's happening there. All right, now we move over here towards Alabama. Or sorry, not Alabama, Georgia. We have ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here just directly west of Atlanta. Go ahead and show you guys what we're talking about here right now. So this does include portions of Douglasville, portions of Clarkdale included, Powder Springs here. Here's that little cell we are watching. Once again, this is right here across the pretty much the northwestern side here of Georgia. This is for Atlanta, Georgia here. So basically just west of it. So this guy is here for quarter-size hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Obviously some hail could be possible, damaging wind gusts as well, possibility. Like I said, obviously there could be some heavy rainfall included with this as well. So definitely something to keep an eye out for. It's a possibility. Definitely is a possibility that we could see, maybe some, obviously maybe some, some of those threats being possible here. Let's see here. So yeah, that is kind of what we are watching, my friends. So just please be safe out there. Let's see here, hail or flooding. If you see wind damage, hail or flooding, wait till the storm has passed and call National Weather Service. There you go. So they are actually saying, hey, yeah, possibility of some flooding too being possible out of the storm here currently. So that is kind of what we are seeing. So that's what we're talking about, my friends. That is what we are actively seeing here, and that is kind of what we are looking at. So yeah, so let's go move on back here to our Nebraska storms. Like I said, these guys have been the most interesting so far, currently kicking off right now. So we're going to stay on these guys for a little bit. Like I said, these guys are currently really hail producers. I mean, really. They've been producing a lot of hail, especially towards Lincoln, Nebraska, a pretty populated area. We've been getting a lot of hail reports coming through here. I mean, look at all these. This is, I just counted a minute ago, I think it was 11. 11 hail reports coming through here. There's been a lot more, too. Over the past few several minutes, too, before that. Pretty crazy. So yeah, definitely hail is a big old concern here. Let's see. So 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, quarter-size hail is a concern here. Just east of this guy. This is right here in Nebraska City. This is right here between southwestern Iowa and southeastern Nebraska here. You can actually see this guy is in effect here. Let's see here. For 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and nickel-size hail currently happening right now. So obviously, yeah, nickel-size hail is not considered severe. But those damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour is actually considered severe. Definitely something to watch out for. So, yeah, keep an eye out for some wind gusts being possible out of these storms here. Like I said, we switch on back here over to our main screen. Right here across southeastern Nebraska, you can actually see this is that group of cells we're watching. Those are those Nebraska storms we're looking at currently, which is pretty crazy. As you can obviously see right there. So this thing's definitely strengthening, as you can see here on the satellite view, the infrared view, showing more of those reds popping up, showing that we are starting to see a lot more of that, strong convection, a lot more of that strong thunderstorm activity kicking off there, which is, definitely showing itself. That's for sure. And like I said, hail is obviously a concern out of these guys. So please be safe out there if you guys are around the locations. Like I said, if you have any questions, you guys know that you can let me know about this, and let me know if you have any questions, and just know that we are going to be here for you guys. So we're going to keep an eye on these guys for the next little bit. Like I said, these guys up here are not really a big old concern. I think these big guys down here are kind of taking up all the moisture that these guys need in order to produce something similar. So I think that just our concerns is that these guys down here, like I said, Nebraska City is actually inside of a severe thunderstorm warning here too. The one we just looked at here for mostly just wind gusts being possible. And the one that's just now passing just now south of Lincoln. Here's Lincoln now. You can obviously see, if we turn off the radar view for a second, you can see that's the area of Lincoln, which is right there. We'll go ahead and circle that, and it will turn back on radar here. You can obviously see the storm is now moving, mostly out of it. Still, the southern stretch of Lincoln is still seeing likely still some rain, some heavy rainfall. Maybe some small hail could still be happening there. But for the most part, obviously more to the areas here to the north, towards like West Lincoln. Yeah, those locations are most likely done. However, from that storm, it does look like this guy is about to hit Lincoln again. So it looks like we're having a back-to-back storm hit Lincoln here. As you can currently see here at the moment. I mean, look at this. Yeah, this guy is getting ready to hit portions of Lincoln, Nebraska here again. So, like I said, this guy is actually currently warned here as well. This guy clocking in here for quarter-size hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. So obviously not as crazy as this guy that just now passed it, but still, definitely something to watch out for. Definitely something to keep our eyes open here for, as it still is a possibility. Let's see. I've just noticed that there's a few places in states that's like the same name in my town as the UK. How funny. Honestly, it's probably just because I bet a lot of English places are like that. You know, a lot of places that use English for their main language. I bet there's a lot of them like that. I believe Bermuda uses English. A lot of places, more than you think, actually does use English. I believe it's the most popular language, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong on that. Let's see here. Shaw says, I don't think I've ever met anyone from Nebraska before. It's like Twilight Zone. That's pretty true. That's honestly pretty true. I don't think I've actually met anyone either from Nebraska, to be honest with you. I've literally met people all across, but I really don't recall anyone towards Nebraska. Furthest away from home I've met I've actually talked to was someone in all the way in Washington, one of my friends down there, also in Idaho too. So I actually have some friends pretty far away. Like I said, considering I live here in Virginia, but right now I'm in Kentucky, obviously. So yeah, obviously I've had a lot of friends move to a lot of different places, even up in Michigan and back down to Alabama. I've had a close friend of mine did that all over the place. I know a lot of people across a lot of states here. But anyways, so yeah, that's kind of what we are talking about, guys. That is actively what we are seeing. Honestly, I kind of think that tornadoes might be done for today. Like I said, there is still that 2% chance, but we're not seeing any action, kicking off here right now. I'm not going to jinx it either. I don't want to jinx it. Definitely I don't want to. But you know what? I should just say, we're going to keep a look on this for a little bit a little bit longer here. I think I'm going to go ahead and get ready to call it a live stream here for tonight, guys. We're just doing a quick little update. Tomorrow, I will mention, tomorrow we will be live here for the severe weather. So if you guys are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button. Be greatly appreciated, guys. And like I said, keep those notifications on so that you guys get notified when we do go live. Because like I said, we are usually live during all of these severe weather events here. Like I said, if we go ahead and switch on to tomorrow's outlook, the areas here across the green and yellow got yourself a threat for severe weather for tomorrow. And like I said, tornadoes is not a concern really, but more of damaging winds and hail is a possibility. As of right now, we're planning to. We'll see if they upgrade anything like that tomorrow. I don't think it's going to be as crazy as it is today, but still, it's going to need some coverage. Like I said, across a lot of these areas here. I mean, even all the way up into the northwest here, and obviously across the southeast, mid-Atlantic, and obviously the coastal portions here, the northeast. You guys can't even see there. There you go. A lot better now. So that's kind of what we're talking about, guys. Like I said, I think we're going to go ahead, call it a live stream here for tonight. I just want to go ahead and say special thanks to you guys for helping us out. You guys are the best. I really do appreciate you guys just being here. Thank you guys for hanging out with us for today. I appreciate every single one of you guys' support here for tonight. Special thanks, like I said, special thanks goes to Mike for helping out the channel here for tonight. You guys absolutely rock. Appreciate every single one of you guys' support. You guys are the best. Just always know that. But yeah, so that's going to go ahead and wrap it up here for tonight's coverage. Like I said, please be safe here, guys, for today. Like I said, still the threat is not over. It's going to continue into, it's going to pretty much continue for the next several hours here, maybe even into a little bit after midnight hours here on the Eastern and Central times. So we'll watch out for it. We'll see how this, we'll basically see, see how this continues to evolve here, like I said, for tomorrow, and we'll see about going live here. I do plan on it. I definitely do think I will. Which we'll definitely just continue to watch it. But like I said, guys, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate every single one of you guys' support. Thank you for hanging out with us for tonight. If you're not already, guys, hit that subscribe button. We greatly appreciate y'all. We're getting close, actually. We're actually getting close to 4,400. I'm actually getting, 4,600. What am I saying? I'm already far behind. It's getting pretty crazy. You guys are amazing. Appreciate all of your guys' support. Seriously, deep from the bottom of my heart, guys, thank you so much. Let's see here. So, but yeah, so that's what we're talking about. Let's see here. Devin says, good night, good night. Shaw says, all right, thanks for the stream. You're very, very welcome, Shaw. Got you guys covered. Let's see here. Robert says, thanks. Have a great night. You too. You too, my friend. Let's see here. Awesome says, thanks for the coverage. You're very, very welcome, man. Like I said, that's what I'm here for, guys. That's kind of what we are talking about. Tuber says, bro, I'm late. Well, sorry to hear that, man. Like I said, we'll probably be live here tomorrow, though, so you can probably catch us. Make sure you turn on post notifications, though, so you can get updates whenever we do go live. So once again, guys, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate all of your guys' support. And I hope to see you guys here for tomorrow, possibly. We'll see. Like I said, it's about an 80% chance. I'm confident that we might go live tomorrow. Depends. It really just depends on what happens and stuff like that. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all for helping out the channel here for today. Special thanks goes to like I said, special thanks goes to Mike, my friend. Thank you so much for helping out the channel. Greatly appreciated. And once again, guys, thank you so much for having a wonderful, or thank you guys so much for joining us, I should say, and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night. Take care, you guys, and I'll probably catch you all here tomorrow. See you later, guys.
Miles an hour with gusts up to 25 miles an hour. Saturday, not as warm. Sunny. Highs in the lower 70s. Northwest winds 15 to 20 miles an hour with gusts up to 30 miles an hour. Saturday night, cooler, clear. Lows in the lower 50s. Northwest winds 10 to 15 miles an hour with gusts up to 30 miles an hour. Here is the latest National Weather Service forecast for Schuylkill County, including the city of Pottsville. Rest of tonight, mostly cloudy between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m., then becoming partly cloudy. A chance of showers and thunderstorms between 10 p.m. and midnight, then a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms between midnight and 2 a.m. Rainfall amounts less than 1/10 of an inch. Lows in the mid-60s. South winds around 5 miles an hour. Chance of rain 40%. Friday, sunny. Highs in